Charles will get here when he gets here, and we can roll initiative for him now. But I'm not going to big synopsis. I mean, the majority of it was that you learned some information, you learned some rumors in during the ball, the masquerade. Um, some of you met Grix's dad, or I guess nobody actually met him, but sort of saw him, had discussions with the group of tinkerers, found out their sort of complaints
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine. I was just going over a quick synopsis there.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, so nothing, super exciting during the masquerade ball. And then you made your way down to the Undercroft. Eventually made your way into the hideout of the Firebrands and searched around, and eventually you got here. So I don't want to spend a lot of time doing the synopsis. It's pretty basic. So I'm just gonna have everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh god, initiative off the bat.
Right off the bat. So remember,
sorry, I had a black screen for a second. So wait a minute. Okay.
Pebble is enlarged too.
Yep.
Yeah.
3 of you are also blessed.
I think we all got the marks from last week, right?
Yeah.
It's the angel
Grix,
wings.
Pebble, and
Grix, Pebble, and Verlin. Yeah.
So I made sure this time.
starting off strong, Verlin.
Well, that's for Elowin.
Starting off strong, Elowin.
Yes.
Motherfucker.
Again,
hopefully I go before a good chunk of them that are in the line.
That's why swashbucklers are one of my favourites, because you can just do everything before anyone else.
Gloomstalker Ranger is about the only one who can beat the swashbuckler on initiative.
All right.
Because like Doomstalker or Gloomstalker gets to get like their Dex and Wisdom bonus for initiative.
Yeah, it's the same for Swash. They get Dex and Charisma.
I have the faintest idea that we're missing something.
The dude in the middle of the pit that we need to save.
Maybe that was it. Matt?
What?
Do we have the dude in the middle pit that we...
Yeah, no, he's there.
Yeah, he's there.
I mean, is he on initiative, though?
Not yet, because I'm not done rolling initiative for all the other dudes.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, that was what I was missing. Sorry. I hate that. It's like, what am I forgetting?
The pre-fight battle music. And snacks.
I got coffee. That'll do for snacks.
Can you hear the music? Because I'm playing music.
I do not hear music.
I can hear
It started and then stopped.
It just ended for me. It's on 250 out of 250 in whatever
my
track
God,
you have.
I hate Roll20 so much.
Matt, it makes me feeling better. Fantasy Grounds is fucking work. Oh, God, my ears.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah. I always put my music down to the very bottom before I ever hear it play.
Yeah.
Ow!
I didn't change the volumes. It's been what it always is. That's your
No,
volume.
yeah, my master music volume level is at the max setting. Okay.
All right, I think that's all the doors.
There we go.
Let me see here.
Griggs, I hope you have a high low lightning bolt on hand. Jesus Christ.
I mean, the highest level I could do it at is 3. That's the only level I could do it at, so.
Yeah, fair enough. I can't do gunslinger with a hand crossbow, so that'll be interesting.
I can just make pew pew noises when you fire it if it makes you feel better.
Yeah, a little bit. Thank you.
Kerpow, blammo, pachoo.
I think that last one might be more accurate.
Shaka Khan.
The fuck?
Grix did pretty
Shazam.
well. So
Mhm.
Eloin is first.
Eloin will start to run up to the top. So 5, 10, 15, 20. She will take a quick strike. Hopefully it will hit. 26.
A 26? No, that didn't. Yeah, that's fine.
I'll roll sneak attack.
I'll say, dude. If you...
Wait, how do you sneak attack? I don't know her, but
So swashbucklers don't need any advantage or anyone within 5 feet.
Oh.
So a 1-on-1, they can
Okay.
still get sneak attack.
gotcha. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, damn.
Bonus action. For cunning action, I'll use my offhand to attack with the second rapier. For a 19 to hit.
Yep.
So that's 28 points of damage, and I will use the rest of her movement to move back.
Move back.
Yep, and there's no attack of opportunity due to rakish audacity and fancy footwork.
I'm glad she's leaving the game.
I'm excited to play my swashbuckler.
I love them so much.
I can see Rob doing a Jack Sparrow type.
It's only
Your first game I
28.
played with Rob, he was a swashbuckler. I was a paladin, and I had to heal him all the time.
Well,
He's going to come up here. He is going to... attempt to shoot her.
what's her AC, Rob?
Her AC is a 17.
All right.
Okay.
So he runs up there with a little crossbow and fires at her, and she dodges. So, Grix, it is your turn.
There's no light in the pit, right?
Oh, no, there's not. There was a torch in the pit before, but I was supposed to be being a cheeky little shit, so don't worry about that.
Well, I guess we start off with putting a huge target on my back. So I'm gonna go right here. Line these 4 up. And lightning bolt right down the fucking middle. Ooh. Not terrible, but not good at all, really.
Is it half damage on it? Yes, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
It cuts,
My DC is a 16.
yeah, it cuts off like right here. So guess how many people are right in general?
It's 4 in the row.
Okay.
So the least amount of damage I can do is 44.
So the first one fails, so he takes 22.
Nice.
The second one succeeds, so he takes 11. Oops. All right, the one behind him fails, so he takes 22. And the last one also fails.
All right, 77 damage, not bad. And I will. I use 5 feet of movement so far, so I'm going to move back 5, 10. Like, I there's no moving back further, right? Like, I'm assuming the doors like cover to the edge of this square.
Yeah, because
Okay, so I will just stay in the middle of everyone.
Elwin locked the door, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if I didn't know if I like try to squeeze in a little corner. I'm just kind of assuming the doors are pretty thick. So yeah, I will just squeeze back in the middle of everyone and kind of start shitting myself.
That's what
Boom.
shield is for. shield and Misty Step. Oh, wait, Misty Step's a bonus action.
Yeah, then you use a cantrip like right after it's an action, and then.
All right, this guy will come up and try and hit Elwyn. It's a 15 and a 6.
Not quite, unfortunately.
So Verlin, it is your turn.
Rock and roll, though.
Luckily for me, there seems to be a nice clump of people.
He also has a Crimson Right short sword, so God help us all.
So Verlon will move up for 20 feet. I'm going to lunge at the one in front of me, hopefully hurting him. Fingers crossed.
Nope.
Nope. Then, second attack, I will swipe upwards to try and on the one below on an angle.
Oh, by the way, you do have bless on you just in case, but it's up to you.
No, yeah, put it on.
Oh, you got it.
I think.
Those both miss.
Yeah, that's it for now.
Caden, it is your turn.
I'm gonna summon my spiritual weapon to attack that dude, and then also cast spare or Toll the Dead on him if he's still.
He'll still be up.
$23 to hit for 9 damage.
Yep.
And then he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
I always forget what's the DC on that.
16 is my spell save
He
DC.
failed. So 2d12.
Okay.
15. All right.
17.
Oh shit.
Still up.
And
But
that is
he
my
does.
turn.
He's had better days, but he's still up. All right. So it is Horne's turn.
I'll yell at him to get out of the fucking pit.
Isn't he like, if I remember scrying, isn't he like tied up down there or something, like, or chained that he can't run away?
Oh no, he's fighting.
No, I know, but I thought he was like stuck in place.
Oh,
He is chained to the floor. He has movement, so he can move sort of like
Around.
Yeah, he can move like around.
But he can't get out of the
He
pit.
can't get out of the pit. But he is gonna like back up to the ladder. That's basically all that he can. He does have a sword, but he's not gonna rush at that dwarf with his little dog friends.
Just focus on protecting yourself. I'll yell at him.
next up is this wee little bastard right here.
This guy's going after Grix, but he can't get a good shot on him. So, Daniel, you're in the line of fire. It's a 15 and a critical 25. So,
Well, yeah, the 25, I'll
Actually,
nix.
oh no, you're gonna
Hang
nix.
on.
Okay.
Not,
Oh.
well, I just make it not critical. It still hits.
does a 15 hit?
Oh yeah, sorry, 15 does hit. Then at least sorry, already about that. All right, yeah, 15 hits.
So, without the critical damage, you get shot by 2 crossbow bolts for 10 points of piercing damage total between the two.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Would have been more, but it is also now your turn.
Yeah, bless you for that one, mate. Okay, so hand crossbows works a little differently than gunslinger's gun, so I had to do some quick research there. So, first shot, which is really stupid, I have to do this. The guy who shot me is going to take a hand crossbow, and a bonus action reload. He's going to shoot again. So technically speaking, it's 2 shots.
Is there a way to mark off uses on class features?
Oh, I just do that manually personally on my hero sheet, but
Yeah, and I'll probably just make a weapon, quote unquote, with ammo. That
so 22 and 27. I'm assuming those hit, but
Yeah, they do.
13 points of damage.
All right. So you return the favor with a couple of bolts.
Yep, that's his. Wait, no, I can't do that. Shit, no, never mind. That's his turn. He's not moving out. He's not moving away from Grix.
All right. The giant gnome is up.
Yep.
So the average size pebble.
Yes.
Yep.
Now she's going to rage and she's going to kill us all.
Yeah, she's gonna hop right into the pit, go right there, and do her rage.
Here we go.
And get 1. So yes,
Oh.
she is exploding. I'm really good at getting 1 for some reason.
Oh my god.
So you unleash an explosion in a 20-foot radius centered on yourself. Creatures in the area, including you, must make a dexterity saving throw.
Yay!
Matt, just out of curiosity, did we ever find out how deep this pit is?
15 feet, I think
Yeah,
you said.
15 feet.
Pebble
Okay,
hurt
so I
herself.
wouldn't probably hit the ones outside.
Yeah, so I get it as well.
Unless
But
it, I mean,
I mean, I guess that might be a Matt question, but this is more of a
Yeah.
circle radius, and this is because it's up. So would it be like a dome or just a straight like boom in the pit?
So I would say anyone who's on the edge. So like, because if we're looking at like it's 20 feet radius, and then it's 15 feet up. So I think if you're like within, like I think that it probably wouldn't be.
not like out there,
Yeah, I don't think it would.
but
Because it
like
would.
here.
So basically, be like right along the edge here, more or less. Well, for whatever I can't see where Hubble is, but you know.
Yeah, I would say it's going to be everybody in the pit, and then the dwarves that are standing around the edges of it. I'd say Verlin, you're probably, given the depth, you're probably safe.
That's
Pebble,
good.
you're not supposed to kill Horne.
Well,
Alright.
he still has to do a saving throw, so
So saving throw.
Did he dodge by chance?
So what
I
do you have?
have...
Do you have a spell DC?
Yep, it's 14.
14. Okay.
I imagine it's for half, so he's still gonna burn a little bit.
Yeah, it's half on a successful.
All right. Let's do the poor dogs first.
Yeah, I'm sure they're just dogs, not fucking wolves or anything. They're perfectly harmless.
Or Daniel tries to take one home with him.
The gnome probably, or the dwarf probably just has a couple service dogs. Like, come on,
Well, she still has to attack too. Which is
emotional
fine, so.
support.
And what's your rage damage? Right now, it's
It's
just
2d10. 2d10.
So it's a 10 there, basically.
Yeah.
All right. So the wolves save, so they take 5.
You lightly singe the pets.
Let me do the dwarf in the middle here. He is not very dexterous. Yeah, he fails. Oops. Oh wait, I don't even have to do that on him. Alright. Alright, what does Horne do? He fails.
Ow. Just sees a nuke go off in the pit.
I just imagine how scared this guy is right now. Like, he's been harassed in this pit by wolves. Some people run in and say, "Hey, we're gonna save you," and then one of them jumps into the pit and explodes.
We're coming! Boom!
Alright. These dwarves are actually pretty dexterous, and they're rolling pretty badly.
Wait, what?
They're dexterous dwarves,
No,
but
it's
the RNG gods are against them this day.
okay, that's better. So yeah, the dexterous dwarves are rolling badly. Oh,
Yeah, I got you.
bit of a brain fart there. I apologize.
RNGesus is on our side today, boys.
Yeah, I hope so. Our AC kind of sucks.
Well, not for my attacks, it isn't.
Yeah.
You do have a shield, if I recall. There's some of us do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have Daniel has a shield, so I guess AC 14 after the last shot.
Well,
No,
it's
no.
plus 1 AC, but it breaks after.
Yeah, it breaks after one hit, basically. Yeah.
Which in theory, it really shouldn't work because I mean, you really don't even have a way to hold. It's not like it has a handle on it that you can like hold as a
Yeah.
shield. But
So you're basically holding like a waitress almost, just trying to deflect it.
all right, so everybody has now rolled their dex save. So continue.
Okay. Next, gonna attack the big dwarf twice with her rage dagger.
So are these reckless?
Nope, I didn't announce it.
The 9 does not hit. The 23 does.
I mean, you do get a D4 with the second attack, but I don't know if it's going to matter here.
Depends on who she's attacking on that one. It's about
So-
13.
13.
Yeah, 13 doesn't hit.
Oh, and that extra D4, I think, because
Yeah,
she's
for your-
large.
Yep.
And
So
also,
that's-
15.
is that does include your rage?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Already?
And that is Pebble.
All right, so it is this guy is turn right here. He's gonna attack Verlin.
Yay!
So these guys are better at melee than they are at shooting the crossbows. So he's gonna attack you with the sword. And he's gonna roll badly on the first one, but 19 on the second one.
I would like to use my Blood Curse of the Eyeless. Oh shit, I rolled that to myself.
I don't know what that does. So
So you roll with disadvantage, but I just need to take a.
yeah, but is that a reaction? Because that shows it as an action.
But when a creature you see within 30 feet makes an attack, yes, it's a reaction.
Yeah, it's a reaction. So you should change the casting time to reaction.
Yeah, I just put them in the cantrips that are easy to just throw out.
You can still change the casting time though.
Yeah.
Alright, so.
Oh no, no, no! I only take the damage if I amplify. So yeah, you just had disadvantage on that attack.
Let me roll again.
But you do take a hemocraft die. Oof.
No, only if I amplify, which I'm not.
Oh.
It's only for this one attack instead of until the end of its turn.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, but does it. I guess. Hold on. When
Wait a minute, it says yes. Yeah, so
you subtract your Hemocraft die from it, right?
Oh, from the roll. Okay, yeah. So it's a 14 to hit, which would still hit.
okay. So it's 6 points of slashing damage.
I lose my +1 shield.
You lose
Alright.
your board.
Is that after we take an attack or after we block one?
After you, well, yeah. I mean, if you get hit when you with an AC, you get the bonus AC. So if you're hit with it, then yeah, I would say it breaks. All right, it's this guy's turn.
For
He's gonna-
next Pebble Explosion, does this apply to her?
Would she
I don't-
see herself exploding?
Yeah, I don't think you would,
Okay.
just because it's not. It's because it's coming from you. But yeah,
That's a joke.
most barbarians forget that that's a thing. So I'm glad that you even remember danger sense is real. He's gonna jump down in the pit. He's gonna throw some daggers at Giant Pebble. And it's an 8 and a 20, not a natural 20.
8 misses, 20 hits, and her shield is broken.
All right, so 6 points of piercing damage. So it would be 3 if you're.
Yep.
All right. This guy's gonna jump down, swing a sword at you. That's a 16 and a 19.
16 misses, 19 hits.
All right, so you take 2 points of slashing damage. I'm doing the halving for you.
Thank you.
Well, and it was actually a 5, so. So this guy's gonna come down here and attack Horne.
How rude.
Let's see. So he misses on the second one. So Horne takes 9 points of slashing damage.
I guess I didn't ask. When I look through and stuff, and now seeing him in here, does he look like he's already pretty hurt, or is it kind of like he's been okay until this point?
He looks a little beat up.
Okay, so
I
he
mean-
wasn't starting off like at his full strength.
No, I mean he doesn't look like he has any broken bones or anything, but you can tell that he's been punched and he's
Okay.
face is a little bloody, but he doesn't look like he's had his arm. He has all his fingers and toes and arms and legs. And
Okay.
He
everything.
wasn't bleeding from
He didn't have like a big
wounds.
open wound in his chest or anything, but
Yeah, I didn't like. I was because after Pebble hit, I was like, holy shit, he might have like nothing left.
I mean he took some hits.
Yeah. Okay. Oh god, Pebble's getting surrounded.
She is getting surrounded.
I can't even see into the pit.
It's a 13 and a 21. And 21 is 13
yeah.
misses. Yeah. So you would take 4 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
So wait, Verla had a torch, right? Sorry, I was thinking.
Who?
Verlin, sorry, I was looking
Yes.
at the two
Yes,
torches.
he-
Right? Okay, so that's it. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's a torch if he's carrying it with him.
Well, fair enough. Okay.
I mean, yeah, I can technically see in the dark due to the mutagen,
Okay.
but I was walking around with the torch so I could actually see where I was going.
Yeah, I mean, I had one, but it wasn't working. Just move it with me. I'm gonna move up next turn anyway.
This guy's. I can't even remember now. Did we do the flanking for advantage, or did we do like?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
So, with advantage, that's 2 19s.
Yeah.
So you take 12 points of slashing damage total.
Yep.
All right, so it is the dog in front of Pebble that is going to attack her.
Doggy, no.
And they get advantage because of pack tactics.
Legasp.
That is a 22.
Yep.
That's not a crit. And you also need to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, Pebble is. Oh, she gets advantage on that though. I think
Mm-hmm.
21.
All right. A 13 was even enough. These are not super strong. But you still take 4 points of piercing damage. What is it that is it slashing, piercing, and
Bludgeoning.
bludgeoning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all of them as long as they're non-magical.
Well, it's a magical dog bite.
He has one magical gold tooth.
Yes. No.
Pretty impressive, actually.
All right, and it is the dwarf in the middle's turn, and he. Okay, so he beats the crap out of Pebble. That's a 19 and a
no.
24. And I have to actually do the math on this one.
Oh boy.
Okay. So it's a good thing that you are that you're raging, because you take 14 points of damage. Would have been 28.
Ouch.
And he's not a barbarian, but he's going to essentially scream in your face as a kind of a rage, and then you will be surrounded by the other dog. And that's a 22 to hit.
Yep.
And a strength saving throw.
Here it is. At advantage.
All right, so you would take an additional 4 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
All right, it is Elowin's turn. I don't think these two guys down here went.
Yeah, I don't know if you have them. I don't think you have them in the turn order.
I don't. So let me just add them real quick.
Just make them go with your last guy. Your whatever it was. I mean, it's not like you didn't just take 8 guys in a row. That's the worst part, I think, about having a lot of enemies is it
The
gets
action
boring as a
economy.
DM.
I'll just have them go after Elowin because they both rolled 22s.
Okay, Elwyn will move up to behind Verlon, and she will attempt to strike the one below him. And miss. She will then attempt to strike the one above him.
27 definitely hits.
And an extra 16 for sneak. So 24, and she will move back.
All right. All right, so now these guys are going to go. Can't really do a whole lot, except this guy's going to go here. All right, Pebble.
Yay.
That's a 15 and an 18.
The 18 hits.
All right, so then you take an additional 4 points of slashing damage.
Yay.
I can't see how Pebble is doing right now.
Not great,
Pebble looks terrible right now.
but if she wasn't raging, she'd be real dead.
Yep.
All right, so it's the guy in front of Verlin's turn. Gonna swing at you twice, miss both times, a 12 and a 10.
AC's 12.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
No armor.
So on the 12, I rolled low on so you take 4 points of slashing damage.
Okie doke.
And it is Grix's turn.
All right. I'm gonna move up here real quick.
Just AOE.
Yeah.
Caden can bring her back.
Yep.
Yeah. No. This
I
one
do
right
have a
here is the one that
diamond.
jumped down that I had hit like in the first in line, right? I believe so.
Yes.
So
Both,
I am
both
going.
of them actually. Both of those two below at the bottom row there are.
Okay. Well, this one right here, I am going to go ahead and draw a couple of runes in the air in front of my face, and I am going to hit him with a Mind Spike. At level 2. Oh, really? 5 damage? Great. Yeah, for a DC 16 Wisdom save.
That is a bad
That
roll.
sucks, dude. Oh,
Well,
man.
he did fail it, so
Yeah, he takes all 5.
all 5. He's still up.
Yeah, Yeah, I moved 2 spots, and I am moving back 2 spots. And I will look up at Caden and say, Pebble needs help.
All right, so guy above Verlin. That's a 12 and a 20,
Yeah.
so that's 11 total slashing damage.
Yep.
And it is your turn. The guy below you, no.
Above is when I got sneaked.
But this guy right here is actually the one who's hurt the most. Yep.
Okay.
And I'm telling you that just because you could. I'm saying you could see that.
If that's the case, I will attempt to slash low against this one's legs. If it'll let me click. Oh. 10.
All right. Yep, he's looking pretty rough at this point.
Yeah, I'll try to finish him off by stabbing through him. Jesus, my attacks have been bad tonight.
Yeah, 12 does not hit.
Well, shit. Actually, I get to use this new feature that I've only just got. The Brand of Castigation.
I think you still have your bless too, by the way. Sorry.
Oh no, yeah, the bless is rolled in the.
Oh, cool.
So, if he attacks anyone else but me, he will take 2 psychic damage.
All right. Interesting.
It's not helpful, but I thought I'd use it.
Yeah. He's probably going to attack you anyway. Caden, it is your turn.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just looking at stuff real quick.
Also, guys, let me know if music stops and I'll restart it.
Can someone move a torch on me so I can see into the pit?
Barely.
Really? Is that? God damn it. Fuck. I'm gonna cancel Bless and cast Spirit.
Spirit Guardians.
I think we may have lost you.
Yeah. Oh, Spirit Guardians.
Yeah.
I'm ending Bless to cast Spirit Guardians.
You still have you have your spiritual weapon out.
Yeah, I know.
Spiritual weapon isn't concentration.
It's a bonus action, I think.
Yeah, no, I was just letting him
No,
know.
no, no.
that
He's
you
just
were-
letting me know that I
Yeah.
can
Whoa,
use
okay.
it.
Yeah, yeah. I was just reminding him to do that afterwards.
Okie dokie.
So who are you? Is in your
Fun.
range here?
It's a 15-foot radius. I'll put an aura on me.
So it wouldn't get the guys in the pit because they're 15 feet below you, but
So
all
still
those
get the
dudes-
yeah.
all the dudes up.
That's half damage too.
Wait, how deep is the pit?
15 feet.
Oh, okay.
So technically, I mean, like by distance wise, the dude is, or the dwarf is like 20 feet away from you.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and then I will move my weapon to attack the guy right under. Try to alleviate some of that pressure.
You're attacking the guy in the pit.
No, the one to the
Right
north.
here.
Yeah, I think he said the one right under Verlin.
So I got to do wisdom saving throws for.
Well, it's on their turn, at the start of their turn, or when they enter it on their.
A 10 doesn't hit.
Yeah.
All right. So it is Horne's turn. I assume that you're not including him in the.
Well, I'm not having him attacked by the Guardians now.
Yes. Just making sure. All right. So he will actually, since he can't do a whole lot, he's going to attempt to attack the guy in front of him.
How does damaging objects work? Like, if I have the the spiritual weapon attack the chains? Like, in the future, is that something that...
I mean, I think it would technically be possible, although even a regular sword, I mean, it's, if you think about like a sword on a chain is not going to do. If you had like, if you had like a hammer or something, you might.
Yeah,
but a sword
something-
won't do much on a chain.
I got you.
And he actually hits that guy, and he takes 5 points of damage. All right. And it is this guy's turn. So he will enter this, and so I'll roll in a second, but he's going to our good friend Grix.
All right.
So let me.
I
roll.
have mage armor, so my AC is I think it's 14 right now.
All right, so
It's
he
13 plus my dex, yeah.
succeeds, so he takes 9 points of damage as he walks in.
Yeah,
From
no,
a reaction, I'll do it now, and I'll amplify. So this is what I take. So for both of the attacks on Grix, I'll roll a Hemocraft die and reduce the attacks by that.
All right, so I got the first one. Roll another one.
Oh no, the first one is what I took.
Yeah, so it would just be -3 for both the attacks against me, I believe.
Nope, it's one for each attack.
Oh,
All right, so
Okay.
roll 2 then.
So 3 from the first and 2 from the second.
will you just roll one more just to see if you get a 1?
I can.
Nah.
Alright.
I was gonna say we would just feel
Ow.
bad if it rolled high.
So what is your AC now?
It is at 14.
Okay, so the first one still hits. The second one does not.
Is the first one higher than a 18?
Yes.
Okay, so no shield needed. All right, yeah, hit me.
So 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay, and I will make sure. Wait, is this a concentration to keep her big? Yes. So I will roll a Constitution save. And you are no longer big either, Pebble.
Okay.
I mean, I tried to stop him from hitting you.
Hey.
Well,
it's
and-
all
and
good.
You did actually stop him from hitting it on the second one, so you did save him. Although I rolled bad on the day, you saved him 4 points of damage. So
Well, I mean, that's more than 10% of my health, so that's a big bonus for me.
all right, Daniel, you're up.
I will incur an attack of opportunity from this gentleman. He's still holding a crossbow, I think. But yeah, so.
Nope, he's got a sword.
Oh,
but-
Yeah, he just slashed me.
Yeah, but he
Yep.
misses, so you're good.
All right, so okay. He's gonna back up a step, and he's going to shoot this guy. Because what else is he gonna do?
You could parlay.
Good luck with that.
Ooh, nice.
Let me roll that one because I might have a secondary plan here as well. Oh shh. Nope, that's bad. That's a whoopsie. Thank you. Then bonus action to reload on that hand crossbow, then shoot again on the same gentleman. God damn it.
12 misses.
Yeah, so that's all. Well, let's see. So, no, it's a bonus action outside of guns to reload for that. Okay, damn it. Okay, that's all I can do.
Pebble in serious
Yeah.
trouble.
She is in serious trouble, but she is not giving up because that's not the type gnome she is, unfortunately. So she's going to recklessly attack the big guy here with her dagger.
Well, they both definitely hit.
And that's all she's gonna do.
All right. I mean, you're attacking the guy who looks the most powerful instead of like the people who look weaker, but
Yep. That's what she's doing.
The true
Oh.
barbarian way.
exactly.
Oh.
All right. It is this guy's turn. He is looking pretty rough, but he's going to.
He also needs to
Roll
make a save.
wisdom.
Oh yeah, wisdom save. He might actually die from this. Actually.
Fingers crossed.
He does.
I think it was 18 damage, right?
Yeah.
So he does. He is out.
And I believe the way we were doing it was I would just re-roll damage on my turns, right?
I mean, honestly, I'm fine with just keeping the original one if you want.
I guess my answer is probably no, because if I roll low in the future, I don't want to be stuck with.
That's
Like, I
fine.
think
you'd,
technically.
you'd be stuck with 18 this fight.
No,
It
I
ain't
know.
that bad.
But I think technically the damage is supposed to be rolled every time a saving throw is made, but we were
turn
expediting it last time. Yeah, we were expediting it last time by just doing it once per.
Yeah, it's fine. Regardless, he's out. So let me just take him out of the order. 35. He doesn't get advantage because he's not flanking, but he will attack Pebble as well.
Reckless.
Yeah.
Yeah, the advantage on that.
Yep. All right. So it with advantage, then it's a 22 and an 18,
Both hit.
and let's see. So it's you take 8 points.
Okie dokie.
I can't see Pebble.
Like it's a
looks
straight
so
jump
rough.
down the pit. Yeah.
So rough.
I jumping down in the pit seems like such a bad idea.
All right. So even with advantage, he only hits you once.
Okay.
So you take 5 points of slashing damage.
Okay. She's still up.
I'm just watching that health bar go further and
Yeah.
further down.
All right. So this guy's gonna continue attacking Horne. And he misses on one, but hits on the other.
He also needs to save.
Yep.
Fuck you, dwarves.
It was 16.
18 damage.
No, it's 16.
Oh, the DC is 16.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so he saves on that.
For
one.
half, yeah.
17. So 9 already. It's on Pebble. That's critical.
Oh
So,
boy.
Yeah, Sentinel to
Okay.
not critical.
Okay. So it was a 25 and a 21. So without the crit and half damage, you take an additional 5 points of damage.
Okay. She's still up.
Right. So he needs to wisdom save. He fails. So 18. And then 2 attacks on Verlin. 22 and a 9.
22.
So 7 points of slashing damage. And it is the dog's turn. That is an 18.
Hit.
And then a strength saving throw.
$14.
All right. So that is 4 points of piercing damage.
She's still up.
Except now it's the big boy's turn.
Yep. And then the dog.
That is a 22.
Yep.
He misses the first one, so I rolled a 10 on the first one. And I rolled maximum damage on that 22. So
She'll go
take-
down.
Yeah, it was 12 points of bludgeoning damage. So
Yep. She is down. Unconscious. With probably a. Ooh.
Fuck you, dog. Make a wisdom save.
The dogs do not want to eat; they want to kill.
It's an attack dog, so this kind of makes sense.
11 wisdom save. It is dead.
Runs away, dies when it hits a force circle.
Yeah, because they don't have very many hit points. 18 was more than than it could handle, so it just like runs in and just like slams into this and hits the ground and slides up against the. All right, so that wolf is done, and it is Elwyn's turn.
Well, once again, I shall have Elwyn run up behind Verlon and attempt to attack the one below. A 22
That hits.
for 21 points of damage.
All right, he's looking pretty rough.
And I will offhand attack the one above Verlon for
That also hits.
9 points.
All right.
And I think I'll leave her there for now.
Take some damage. Remember, she's not coming back. Soak up some damage.
Kind of what I'm doing.
All right. It's this guy's turn. Daniel.
Hmm.
Swings and misses on the first one, and it is a 20 on the second one
That does it.
for 9 points of slashing damage.
And he needs to save.
And he needs to save.
It's a strength saving throw. I'm sorry.
No,
No.
he needs to save for
The dwarf needs
the
to
dwarf.
save for
Okay.
entering the field.
Okay.
And,
All right,
Yeah, and he fails.
guys. I hate to say it, but with how this is going, I might have to use the gun.
The door is locked.
That's why I
Well-
said, yeah.
Unless they have a key.
Shh, don't ruin it.
They're drunk. They don't have keys.
Yeah, we were smart enough to steal their keys before we came in here, right?
No.
I think we actually do we? No.
No, we were not.
All right, so the dude right in front of you, Verlin,
Hey,
About
who,
that
by
for a
the way,
second.
has taken no damage.
well, you need to make a wisdom
Um,
save.
Yeah, but he also misses you twice, so
Huzzah!
he also fails. So now he's taking damage. I get the feeling that Spirit Guardians is going to be the MVP of this fight here.
Spirit Guardians is just generally the MVP of most fights.
Especially because they are somewhat dexterous, but they are not particularly wise. Grix, it is your turn.
Dude, I wish so badly Grix was like a somewhat evil to neutral character. I would run up behind him and push him in so he had to save Pebble. But I will run over. I'm gonna go up around this way, here, and so I only take one attack of opportunity. I'm going to look at Kaden and I'm gonna say, "Help her," and I'm gonna jump in.
He already used his reaction to attack Daniel, so
Wait, what?
This- Oh yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, that
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Well, then it's still at least that's out of that guy's way. So yeah, I mean I'm very short. So if you want me to roll for if I land well or not, feel free to let me know.
Nah,
I mean,
I'm not going to make a big deal.
if
about
you
it.
go up the north side, you're
No, I am going to go ahead and another lightning straight through these two.
I'll say that you like kind of slid down a little bit on the ladder and landed on the dead dog for cushion.
There we go. He was a nice cushion. Yeah. And I will go ahead and use my last third level spell to lightning bolt these two. 28 damage.
I need light
And
down
I'm-
there.
And I'm going to go ahead and make this one definitely fit. Well, which one's more hurt actually? Am I able to tell? Or do they both look kind of even?
This guy in the front looks like really bad in it. Like
Wait,
bad.
what were
Okay.
your
I'm gonna
portents
make this
again?
one. I'm gonna make this one right here guaranteed fail. He's gonna roll a 12.
This guy in the front doesn't matter
Wait.
because even if he takes half damage, he's dead. So
Dude, let's metagame this just a little bit here. Save your 12 so I can auto succeed a concentration check if needed to.
I already said it, man. I already. I
Yeah.
am trying to clear these people out from Pebble like that.
Fair
Grix
enough.
is not the smart one. Like when it comes to trying to help people, he just jumped down into a pit with a bunch of people that are going to try to kill him.
Nah, I got you.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
fair enough. He knows it.
So yeah, so he takes the full 28, but he had not taken any damage previously.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And as soon as Grix is down there, like no one can see him, but his eyes go wide. He has a "what the fuck did I just do" kind of look on his face.
All right, it is the guy above Verlin.
Saving
Will.
throw.
For the 18? Oh yeah.
He fails. And he will actually attack Elwyn because Elwyn stabbed him.
A few times.
The 16 and 11.
No.
This is both times. Yep. Just 17. All right.
Well, but wait, is because she's not wearing armor, right?
I think she's still wearing the bell dress, but barring
Yeah.
the general.
Well, no.
Okay.
She remember that
She
got,
still gets other
switched
other
clothes,
things. Okay.
but no.
Yeah.
She actually. I don't know. I don't know what her AC probably is lower than that.
Yeah, it probably is a 15. Or if she has 20 dex, it's a 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then she takes 8 points of slashing damage.
She's the one who should be down in the middle of everyone.
And it is your turn, Berlin.
Well, I'm going to continue my fantastic run of not hitting things with a flaming sword. So,
You say that now.
I'll attempt to swing and decapitate the one below me.
Oh my god, I thought that was a fucking wonder hit again. I just saw the square.
All right. So that definitely hits. So that's 9 points of damage. She's still up.
Then
Looking pretty rough.
then I will attempt to spin around and stab the one above me.
Okay, there we go.
All right. He is still up as well.
I don't really have any bonus actions, unfortunately.
Hell.
All right, Caden, it is your turn. Go ahead and reroll your damage.
I hate to say it, but if Dan faced wisdom saving throw like an RP on his turn, he might have used the gun, so this is gonna get really ugly.
Ooh.
So question: throwing the torch into the pit. What kind of action is that?
Object interaction, so I think it's a bonus action.
I believe so, yeah.
I would like to throw the torch into the pit so I could see everything in the pit.
Okay.
I think someone got to move his torch for him.
Yeah, is that
Yep, there we
Yeah, I can't. Okay, and just if she critically fails a death saving throw, it's 2 marks, right? It's not instant death.
Correct.
Okay, then I will take an action to dodge.
Okay. It's Horne's turn. He will attempt to attack the guy in front of him and miss. All right. So this guy behind you needs to roll wisdom save, and he succeeds.
So that's 10 damage, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he is going to attempt to stab Caden in the back.
So he just rolls with disadvantage
Right.
after he rolls his save throw.
Which he did. He took 10 points of damage. What's your AC?
13.
All right, so with the disadvantage, he misses on the first one and hits on the second one. It's a 17.
Okay, so the shield breaks. How much damage do I take?
5 points of slashing damage.
Okay, and I need to roll concentration real quick. What is concentration? Constitution,
Yeah,
right?
it's just a con.
I got it.
Seems like the music stopped.
Okay, so just as well, because I got to roll that wisdom saving throw, I'm going to put it at DC 14. If it's lower than that, he uses the gun. All right, let it ride. He's going to drop the crossbow. Going to go fuck this and pull out the gun. Action surge. 4 shots. First shot, this guy here.
So fortunately, the 2 people next to you. Oh wait, no. The one guy does. Do you take attacks of opportunity?
No,
Or is that a
because
different system?
no, he's still in the threatened square, so no. I imagine that's a 12's a miss.
Yes,
So second shot, same guy.
that hits.
Six.
And he's still up.
Action surge, third shot.
Same guy.
Same guy.
He had 7 hit points. You hit him
Well.
for 6, so he's down now.
All right, like this is gonna bite me in the ass, but we are not having much option here. Next shot. I don't have a clear shot for that shit. Okay, last shot for this guy. Like that. Oof. I imagine that's a no, huh?
Correct.
Okay, so that's his turn. He can't really move too far, so. Well, no, he can. It'd just be like right here. That's all he can do.
So just as an FYI, all of the dwarves here, their AC is 15. So just in case you're.
Okay. Well, I figure it's like 16, but yeah.
That one dwarf doesn't have a reaction if you want to pull out of his range.
Which one? Sorry. Well, it's still
The bottom one swung at Grix.
okay. So that
No,
no, then not the bottom one. The
Or
top
no.
one did.
nobody swung at Grix.
Yeah, because I went up around this way to avoid him.
Oh, I thought you took an opportunity attack from.
I was gonna take one from this guy, but he's the one who had stabbed at
Never mind then. I
Char.
lied.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so that basically would be right here. So that's all I can do.
Double death saving throw.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just so you know where I'm at with it, if I bring you up, I'm not giving you enough hit points to actually survive. And if I bring you up, I feel like they're gonna go for the kill.
Yep. Do as you do.
All right. So he failed his wisdom save.
It's for 21, so yeah.
Yeah.
Grix, a 21 and a 17.
I will use shield to make the second one miss, but the first one will hit.
What's your normal AC?
It's at 14 because I have
Mage
mage
armor.
armor on plus the 5.
Gotcha. So 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay. All right.
All right, wisdom save on this guy. She succeeds.
That's 10, yeah.
Seeing that Horne's not going anywhere, he's going to shoot Caden with crossbow. 17 and an 11.
The 17 hits.
So it's 5 points of piercing damage.
Wait, was that with disadvantage? Because I'm dodging.
It was not. With disadvantage, it would be a 16.
That still hits. How much damage did you say?
5.
11? 5?
5.
Okay. I need to make another save. We're good.
That guy's dead, so remove him. That guy's dead, remove him.
Yeah, that gun, that's gonna fuck us all up. But, well, we had to do it.
There's another door in here, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. Like, can't use Gunslinger with a crossbow, guys.
Hey, it's all I had to give.
Well. Doggy.
Yep, dead.
I was gonna
Oh,
say,
no.
They're not
doesn't the
smart.
doggo die? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the dogs aren't smart, but, you know, so. Elwin's turn.
I will have Elwyn run round the back and attempt to stab this one in the back. And miss.
And miss.
And I'll attempt to
Or coming.
I'll move up and attempt to attack the one above with the offhand.
All right. That guy's dead.
Just making sure.
If the
Yeah, we still have 3. Wait, oh no, they're out of the pit. Okay, so sorry. So we have 3 guys over here too.
Yeah, and I'll have Elwyn use the last 15 to move here.
All right, so she will take an attack opportunity from this dude.
Nope.
Oh yeah, because she doesn't, because she's a.
Fancy footwork.
Yeah. So there's the dude behind Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 19 and a 14.
Well, you need to make a save as well.
Oh, the guy does?
Yeah, 15 feet.
Oh yeah. I will say, sorry, they both hit. Just yeah.
So he's looking pretty rough because he failed his wisdom save. But it is 15 points of slashing damage from that guy. He's gonna run up and attack Elwyn. Let's see. Come on, roll 20. You can do it. Misses on the first one. 24 on the second one.
Yeah.
So 7 points of slashing damage.
I will uncanny dodge and make that a 3.
All right. It is now the dude in front of you.
And then save, yeah.
He succeeds on that, and then misses on his first swing, and a 24 on the second one. We're the exact same hit roll on her, so it's 7 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, I've got nothing to lessen that, so I'll take it.
All right, and Grix, it is your turn.
All right. I'll go ahead and stick my hand out in front of myself and kind of like turn my head away so I'm not really looking at him, and I'm going to hit him with a magic chest.
So that's 3 1d4s. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is 4 damage, 2 damage, and 3 damage. So 7 plus 2 is 9 damage.
All right.
And I am staying right where I am, just still yelling back up to help her, and just.
All right, that guy's dead. Verlin, it's your turn.
Well, no way, this can't go poorly.
Well, I will attempt to eventually finish someone off.
You're surrounded by dead dwarves. You know?
Okay.
You were saying
Just
that's still 1d100, yeah.
yeah.
So Caden, you're gonna negate that, right?
Oh yeah, let me help the enemy right now.
Yeah, I think we're gonna top and tail this one, just chop him in half.
So that's d100. That's 12, 21 points of damage by itself.
Yeah, he'd still be up with the base damage. So go ahead and roll a d100.
And before he rolls like an 85 or oh shit.
No, I think that's like double damage.
16. And what type of damage is it?
It is
Yours.
piercing. Or yeah, if it's down as piercing.
It's double damage.
Yeah, so 21,
42
points of damage.
How much?
42.
All right, so he's dead. He had 37 hit points.
Oh, cool. I will, for my second attack, run and jump into the pit and try to skewer this one.
Little fucker in front of 4. Huh?
Yep, just run, jump, and skewer. So, fingers crossed. Oh, it misses.
It misses.
It would have
By
been
one.
cool.
It would have been cool. He still would have been fine, but
Couldn't you have flanked?
I mean, technically, yeah, you could have like jumped
Yeah.
down here instead.
Not too late now.
I've made my bed. I'm gonna lie in it.
Caden, it is your turn.
Hey, by the way, fun fact: a target that is 25 feet away and 20 feet down is approximately 32 feet away.
Oh god, I didn't think I knew where you were going with this.
No, that being said, I am gonna cast Mass Healing Word and heal 2 for. I am gonna heal everyone, but
Okay. Yeah, this is
actually, fuck. I think I would heal Elwyn over Horne, honestly.
a little harsh there, but okay. Okay, so Pebble's up at least.
Okay,
Yeah.
so wait, hold
Pebble
on.
takes full healing.
Yeah, she gets 9 points. Everyone else, it didn't roll a d4. Let me roll.
Everyone else gets 7.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
So that was a bonus action, and I will dodge as my action. Oh, and I will roll Spirit Guardian damage real quick.
Is there anyone really even around still to
There's 2 guys right behind him.
Oh, fair enough,
You
sorry.
guys right behind you.
Hey, I thought it was like right in front of him, like generally, you know.
All right, so it is Horn's turn.
Yeah, just ignore this. I'm gonna roll to see if I fix this.
All right, Horn misses.
Yeah, there we go.
Pebble's up and ready to rage.
All right, Daniel. Guy behind swings a 13 and a 12.
Hang on.
I'm afraid if she rages.
Yeah, so the 13 hits, the 12 does not.
Okay, so 6 points of slashing damage. And it is your turn.
Did he make a save?
He did not.
Okay.
He succeeded. So half. What was the roll?
17.
17 damage total.
All right. I'm gonna bonus action second wind. Oh, thank God. Okay. Let's see. So I can use one attack action. Two. So I only have one shot for this. One attack action to reload. I think I was thinking a damn about Thorn.
It's not that I don't care about Thorn. It's just kind of like I care about us more.
Yeah. So it's like okay, I care. So basically, he's like he'd help Grix basically. So he's got one shot. I'm gonna spend a grit point for advantage. Sorry, I just had a bit of a oh boy for advantage here. So
Actually, can you give the 7 points for me to Horn instead? I'm actually pretty good on health and wouldn't need it.
oh, I did hit advantage for this one, so I got to roll again. Hang on.
And no, we can't retroactively do that.
Okay, no worries.
Oh, it's supposed to be 19. I'm not sure, at least for the one right in front of Grix. I'm not sure why that rolled twice. That said, 11 piercing damage. The one in front of Grix.
Minute 15. All right, so he's done.
He's dead. Yep. He's not gonna move though. He's working on it.
Pebble.
Pebble. She's going to rage again.
Here's where we have a unicorn on
Oh
the field,
god,
folks.
no.
11.
A beam
Hopefully-
of brilliant, bright light lances from your chest in a line 5 feet wide and 60 feet long.
What does that do?
roll a number of d8s equal to your rage damage.
Oh, I
Each
thought it was gonna
creature in the line must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take radiant damage equal to the total, and be blinded until the start of your next turn.
Oh, is it
I guess
just
it's up to
Daniel?
you, Matt. Which way is she? Which way are you facing?
She would have faced this way. I'm pretty sure it's just Daniel.
Wait, so, oh man, okay, so is it a con save? What is
Yep,
it?
Constitution saving throw.
19?
Yep, that saves.
I'm not blind. It's like shit, that's some bright light, but yeah.
And you don't take any damage either. So
Yeah, there
Yay.
doesn't seem to be any mention of half.
yeah, there's no
Oh,
half
you're
damage. It
good.
just says make this succeed or take. So
There's a lot of dead guys on this list.
She's gonna run here, and although she's gonna have advantage, yeah, she has an advantage, so she's going to rage dagger.
right.
7 points.
That guy's dead.
So it's just the one fucker over here as well.
No, there's two guys over there, but
I barely see this one.
grab one of their swords.
Petal is raging. She did not grab a sword.
and he was leaving, and then she got back up, so he comes back.
It's like, hey,
Hey, wait a minute. All right. And he does it. Wow. Okay. So roll 20 is so freaking slow. Jeez. Okay, so with advantage, it's a 17 and a 19.
17's my AC.
All
both of them
right.
hit. So the first one might KO, or the second one might just.
So it would be 16 points of damage. So you take 8. So I can see what that does to you.
Yep, she's got 1 HP left.
Well, still attacking Thorn. I think now he's got Verlin on his ass. So let's see what this guy
And
does.
now it's actually this dude's surrounded.
He's got to save and see if he's
Oh, yeah, he
alive
does.
first.
What was the new number you rolled? 20, is it 21?
17.
17. Okay.
So he fails, but he's still up.
Overall, some pretty good damage rolls on
Yeah.
the Spirit Guardians.
Was it 17, 18, and 21?
Yeah.
You guys would have seen some shit if he brought his blunderbuss.
Don't you have a hand grenade too?
I didn't take not a hand grenade. I didn't take the bomb with us. No.
Yeah.
It's like it'll be too loud. Well, guess what?
Well, that would have been our oh shit strategy if we thought of it soon.
Quick,
also-
blood on the wall.
As an FYI, Daniel and Caden, you hear noises. You hear the door's trying to be kicked in.
You see Daniel give this very apologetic look, like I had to do it, man.
All right, so this dude down here attempts to attack Pebble, and with advantage rolls 2 10s.
Yay!
I rolled a 9, a
Still
7,
up.
a 10, and a 10.
I will shout to the rest of the party. They're making their way in. We gotta hurry up here.
All right, so the big dude's going to attack Elowen. And what was our AC again? 15?
15, yes.
All right, so he misses on his first one, but he hits her for 16 bludgeoning damage on the second one.
She will uncanny dodge and take 8.
Alrighty, and it is her turn.
She will attempt to strike the one who hit her.
That hits.
For 22 points of damage. And
Alright.
she will attempt to hit the other one with her offhand.
That hits him.
And I will move her the opposite direction. 35 feet.
All right. Behind you, Daniel, a 19 and a 10.
19 does hit.
So 7 points of slashing damage.
If it wasn't for Caden, that's... Oh, shit. That's not right.
Just I'll say,
So what's...
is he still up after taking spirit damage?
Yes.
Shit.
But he's not looking good, but he is still up.
That bomb wouldn't have done much at all, though. It's like a 3d8, I think.
This guy's going to go chase after Elwyn. And miss on the first one and hit her for 7 slashing on the second one.
I just imagine us like fighting a whole group of people and she's just dancing in the back with one guy.
Yeah, that's
Like-
what swashbucklers do.
Yeah, like Jack Sparrow style, just like running along
Jumping
the
through,
pews.
running along, yeah, running all the benches and like jumping up and down. Grix, it is your turn. I mean, to be fair, you guys are actually doing pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Overall.
I
No.
mean, if Spirit Guardians got canceled, this would
Okay, yeah.
significantly
Spirit Guardians
worse.
is certainly.
Yeah,
You-
that's
you-
basically the
what's
trump
the-
card of the whole thing. That's kind of the
Yeah,
problem.
I mean,
I move here, here, here. And am I able to see which one of these guys is more hurt in front of me, like this one or the other one near Pebble?
The other one.
I will shoot another set of magic missiles at that one. So it'll be 3d4 plus 3. 8 damage.
He's down.
All right.
Oh, you do choose which missile goes to which one after each one.
Oh, well, all good.
Also, just sock him in the head. Just
And I will stay there and hope for the best.
Berlin, it is your turn.
I shall sidestep for a moment. See a little angry, blooded gnome. And attempt to slash down across the little shitty dwarf. I assume that doesn't finish it off, so I'll attempt to finish it by running him through. And miss.
This guy actually has not taken much damage, so he looks pretty good.
For now, I'll just move one step further and end my turn.
Give me a second here. I don't know why this didn't work. Okay. Go. Caden, it is your turn.
I will move my spirit weapon there to swing at the dude to my left. 15 hits for 12, right?
And he is down.
And I will cast Toll the Dead on the one next to Daniel.
I think I actually hit him or something did at least. So let's see.
Yeah, so wisdom saving throw on him.
18.
Okay, he succeeds.
Thorn. Thorn's got a good opening here, so he probably tried to cut the chains off. He had to.
Hold on. How badly beaten does that one dwarf look? The one next to Daniel.
Pretty bad.
Okay, then I will not move.
Can re-roll your Spirit Guardians.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Well, still better than nothing.
I mean, that's still 50% of the possible damage.
Let's swing at this dwarf down here. That's 17. So he hits him for 9. So yeah, Horns gets all like pissed off and screaming and sees that you guys are like These guys are dropping like flies, so he's getting a little more courage now, and he runs over and yells at the dwarf and slices into him for 9 points of damage. This guy's dead. Daniel, it's your turn.
We haven't had nobody's laid a hit on this guy, right? Have they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pebble
taken
got
quite
him
of
a little
damage.
bit.
Kind of spread a little thin.
Elowen got him too.
Okay, this to kind of spread a little thin. Shit. That's a barely of a pistol. Okay, a bit unorthodox, but you know what? I can roll with it. Dana's going to shoot the dwarf right in front of, right in this little haystack here. Okay, so hang on. I have to do a DC check to see if the gun jams.
Yep.
Misfire. So DC 8 plus misfire score. So 8 plus 1. So, but it's a Tinkerer's check, I believe.
Who are you attacking? The one in the pit or the one?
I was trying to attack the in the pit.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a Tinker's Tools check. So it's, for Daniel, it's 1d20 plus Dex plus Proficiency, so 1d20 plus 6. With a DC of 9. Okay, so he just straight misses. So next one here is going to be an improvised melee attack. Just basically like going shit, swinging around to try to butt his head back of his head with a gun. So I think that's just a strength, like a strength roll here.
Yeah.
Nope. And I guess that technically it is some. Yeah, it's going to incur an attack of opportunity just to try to get the hell away.
It's 24.
That does hit.
So 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And Pebble.
Pebble is going to attack the guy in the center of everybody with her rage dagger.
Is that was that reckless? Yeah.
She doesn't need it. She's fine.
Yeah, that's kind of why I moved here, so she wouldn't have to give advantage to everyone else too.
Okay.
So the first one misses, second one hits. He's still up.
Yep.
And it is his turn.
Did the fiery sword going past him get his attention?
That's a critical.
Quick. No. It's a quick. No, it's not.
I'm just waiting for him to say it.
Somebody.
What? Oh,
That's a critical.
sorry. I was looking at the rolls and I was like, wait, did somebody roll a critical? Yeah,
No.
so Sentinel.
How many more times can you use that?
I can use it a total of 5, and this is the 3rd time.
Okay.
All right, so Pebble's down again.
Okay.
Punch in the face.
And then it is a 16 to hit Grix.
And I do not have any more level 1 spells for shield left, so I'm taking it.
All right, so 7 points of slashing damage.
All right.
That guy's dead. This guy's turn. He's going to go attempt to attack Elowen. And her 14, 15.
15, yes.
15. Okay, so it misses on the first one. She takes 15 points of bludgeoning from the second one.
As it's her turn, I will uncanny dodge to put it to 8.
She's up.
So that's it, yeah. I will attempt to hit the one above. 23 points of damage.
Yep.
All right, he is down.
And for the offhand, I will attempt to hit the one who just smacked her.
He smacked her twice pretty hard.
Yeah, for 9 points of damage.
All right.
And I'll have her move the full 35 feet away.
When I see her stab at that dude, I'll just sort of shout at her, "Try to take him alive. We're gonna need a hostage to get out of here." As more people are banging on the door.
Yeah.
Speaking of, since Elwyn is technically the top of the round, the doors come open.
Of course. All right, so the next guy does have to take a wisdom saving throw, though. That's a 12? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she fails and dies.
Yay, I think.
Drop that. So Grix, it is your turn.
Oh wow. Are the new ones rolled their initiative?
I haven't rolled it yet, but I will.
Okay.
Are there just the
Um,
two here, or the?
Okay. As long as we only see two right now, I am happy. Yeah, I literally have no. I'm saving my 1 second level spell just in case some crazy shit happens. So I will go ahead and take a couple steps away from this guy, taking an attack of opportunity. Going actually not that way. I'm going to go over this way.
Just waiting for roll 20 to show me my roll. It's a 20.
Oh
So-
yeah, I am taking that damage.
Not a crit.
Okay.
8 points of slashing damage.
8. All
Yep.
right. And I am going to just go ahead and toss a ray of frost in his direction, seeing if I could freeze him.
Freeze whom? This gentleman?
No, this one right here that I just missed.
Oh, sorry.
Verlin.
Well, as Verlon will try to mix along with Grix's attack, let's see if we can become fire and ice. To get to roll with extra pun damage.
Oh
I'm
god.
pretty sure that's damage off.
Except for if they had a DM that actually would do actual pun damage. It was like a 1d3.
If he's not down, I'll strike again.
He is not down.
Oh, god damn it.
Look, you're the one that could have got advantage from Horne.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
And I will.
Are you moving at all?
Yeah, I am. I'm going to take it. Well, I don't need to take an attack of up. He's already done it. But I'm going to move up to the ladder and walk up or climb. And that's my turn.
Caden.
I am gonna cast Healing Word on Pebble to heal her for 9 straight up.
Okie dokie. Pebble is up
And not-
again.
Yeah.
Like a bad year.
And then I will
Whack-a-mole. Whack-a-gnome.
I will cast Toll the Dead on the guy next to Pebble. So Wisdom saving throw from him.
So wait, where is the Spirit Guardians located? I'm sorry. The red
It-
center on you?
You
or-
can see, yeah, my aura. It's 15.
Oh no,
feet from me.
we can't see it on you.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's-
you can't.
Sorry, yeah.
It's 15 feet around him.
Okay, sorry about that.
I can see the aura, so.
I can't see shit.
It's helpful.
DM
It's really
attack
only
him.
important that I see it, because I mean, I'm the one who has to roll, so. I rolled a 22 wisdom save.
Okay, so he's fine. But I am going to reposition.
Yeah, because this could get ugly. Yeah,
I'm just gonna move there.
I hired
so I
you to
can-
find this guy. Why is the entire underground
What
dead?
is it? Oh, sorry. I'm not muted.
And then after I heal Pebble, I'll shout at her, "Grab a short sword!"
So he will move around so that he can get advantage from Pebble now that she's up.
And stab.
And stab. And I rolled a 7 twice.
On Thorn? Oh shit.
Yep. So Daniel, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'd have to reload next turn, but Daniel's going to position himself near this area here. Well, not that far. Good God Almighty, that'd be a suicide run. First shot would be towards the dwarf here. Of course, I always said the gnome. That's a terrible idea.
She did try to blind you.
I mean, yeah. So no, that's a miss on that one. This guy is, at the mention of taking a hostage, he is, all right, here goes. Try to do a non-lethal leg shot to the this guy here.
Are it like the actual called shot?
Well, no, we'll try to do like non-lethal damage basically, but not to miss anyway. And he's going to take a 5-foot step back, and that's all he's going to do. Just because next turn I got to reload. So.
Pebble.
Terry,
mean-
you're so muted.
She's gonna rage. I know that roll,
Yep, the 2 is for a rage.
but what's a 2? It's not explosion.
A 2 is persistent. You teleport up to 20 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. Until your rage ends, you can activate this effect again on each of your turns as a bonus action.
So basically, she's got an active blink spell on her.
Well, that's fun. She's not going to use it right now, but she's going to whack. Oh, she remembers to pick up a short sword. That's what Kaden yelled at her.
That'd be-
And-
I think to pick, I can't remember. I think to pick up an item, I think might be an action.
It's
okay.
object interaction.
It's a move action, but I think the DMG suggests picking things up provoke attacks of opportunity. But the dude next to her already used his attack of opportunity on Grick. So I don't know if that's how you want to handle it as well.
Take a look here.
I think picking up is like half a move action, actually.
I
That's-
always thought picking up was a full action and dropping was nothing.
Dropping was like a. I remember reading something like object interaction. That could be a mistake. But while Matt's going to reference the book, I will be AFK just once.
So in the player's handbook, examples of sorts of things you can do in tandem with your movement and action: draw or sheathe a sword, pick up a dropped axe. So note that you are allowed to interact with only one object per turn for free. This means that you can draw or sheathe a weapon for free as part of another action, such as a move or an attack, but not do both in the same turn. But to do both in the same turn, you'll need to use an action object, or use an object action, or have the dual wielder feat.
Yeah, so I mean, I remember looking into like disarm builds with 5e, and it's like if you go by the core, disarming people doesn't actually do anything unless someone takes the weapon. But I think in the DMG there was like an alternate rule that was suggested where picking stuff up provokes opportunity attack.
Which makes sense. So you can pick it up and swing at him, but he'll, as you're picking up the sword off the other guy, he'll swing at you.
Okay.
Well, reminder,
no,
I
'cause
don't
he
know if
already
you're
took-
doing. Yeah,
he already took it from Verlin. So never mind. You can just pick it up and attack him.
Okie dokie. And that's what she did. So it was a 20 and 15 to hit.
All right, so 17 points of damage. He's looking pretty rough, but he is still up.
I'm back. Sorry.
And now to the guys outside.
So how many are there? Do we see? It cuts off like weirdly, like right.
2 at the moment. I think I can see 2 at the door, That's it.
Berlin is running up behind you. 13 and a 21.
Yeah.
21. Yeah.
No, both, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
oh.
at 12 now. So 9 points total.
And then he also needs to save against 14 damage.
14 and a half, yeah.
And he saves. All right. So it's this guy's turn.
And the boat spirit steal his soul. Right?
Here's hoping.
So he misses on the first, and it's an 18 on the second one to hit Pebble.
Yep, that
And-
hits.
You take 5 points of slashing damage.
Okie doke.
So you would have been down if it weren't for your rage. And it is now this guy.
I will be back just moving the animals around for bedtime.
All right. Wisdom save. He fails. What was it?
14.
Right. Verlin, 2 more swings at you.
Huzzah!
Misses on the first one with an 11. Second one is a 20. Not a critical, so you take 8.
Yay!
All right.
Yeah, Daniel positioned himself in a horrible place.
Yeah, he jumped down the pit.
Yep. Grix is about to get his head caved in.
Yep.
The cleric's remarkably okay during all this.
And boy is he ever. So that's a 27 and a 24.
Okay.
And you take 41 points of bludgeoning damage.
He's dead.
Holy.
I'm actually flat out dead.
Wait, no, you took 41, right?
Yep,
So
30.
that, oh no,
has
I'm
33
at,
max
yeah, I'm
hit
at
points.
negative 31. Yeah.
So he's dead.
So no, I'm good.
Yeah, you
What?
would have to take 60. What is it? You have to take your
It's-
full day. It's your entire amount plus your. So
you have to
would
go
take-
negative your max HP.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
So,
Yeah, by 2 he survived.
Yeah, I went to negative 31.
Well, by 2 he just didn't outright die.
yes. And it is Elowen's turn.
I think just sorry, just in character, like free actions, like get that one. Try to take that one. Just
And just so you
That's-
know, that was max damage on both of those rolls, which is why you took that.
Yeah, that was massive damage.
Yeah, for a second I was like, wait, was there a crit?
There wasn't. I mean, well, it was basically they were
Yeah.
basically it was like crit damage rolls.
Yeah.
Elwin's going to move up and take 2 strikes at the newest entrant.
well, nope. Okay.
And that's going to be 66.
Then plus the critical, yeah. The 100. Um,
16 plus 29 is 45.
Plus the /100.
It's probably gonna kill him. I mean, I don't see how it's not gonna kill him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. A sneak attack rogue with critting
Yeah.
and the crit table. This is probably like triple damage.
Probably. 9.
Look, Rob just gets hit by so many crits, he just needs to roll on the crit table to feel special.
Actually,
like for the
for this one, for piercing, this is quadruple damage.
So 40, that'd be 180 damage. Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead. She basically just sliced this man into pieces, so he is just absolutely
turns him into Swiss cheese.
Fucking
Just-
rogues, man.
unreal.
I'll use another 5 feet to move up.
I think he can move through Verlin, but yeah.
No, that was
Yeah.
her 35 standard.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And I'll leave it as that for now.
All right, death save for Grix.
Oh yeah.
Now, I was always curious. Can you use Portent for a death save?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
Oh, it's skill checks and
It.
attack
Okay, there we
rolls
go.
and stuff.
Okay, I rolled 2 by accident, but yeah,
Yeah,
I
'cause
got one success.
That would be kind of bullshit to say use a 20 on your own death save.
Yeah, boom, I'm up.
Yeah, I think death saves are considered their own special thing, right?
Correct. Yes. Verlin, you're up.
I will attempt to turn this one into some dwarven pastrami.
Damn it! I will pastrami, Rob. Damn it.
The second one? Oh, what's the second one hit?
11 points.
Yep, unfortunately, due to not being a bonus action class, that's kind of me.
All right. Caden.
I am gonna cast Spare the Dying on Grix as a bonus action. And then I will cast Toll the Dead on the big.
Can you?
How far is Spare the Dying?
It's
It-
30 feet, isn't it?
Oh wait, hold on. I forgot. He's
50
he's
feet
at
down.
30. He's
Under,
32 feet away is what he's at. So I got to move
You have to move like over
Right
yonder.
there.
Yeah.
right there. Should be enough. So yeah, it's a 30-foot range. I'll cast Spare the Dying, and then I'll cast Toll the Dead on the.
On which one? Guy behind you or the big guy?
The big guy next to Grix.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a weird mix between lethal and non-lethal for hostage.
And there's,
So I am going to be unconscious for 2 hours.
What? Oh, right.
He fails the wisdom save, and he has taken damage. So
whoops, hold on. It's 2d12.
yeah,
That's really good.
yeah. Just roll normal.
So 6.
All right. It is Horne's turn. This like never dying dwarf here. He's gonna try and.
Please let this poor bastard get a kill.
Wait, so why did Grix go unconscious for 2 hours?
Because you did Spare the Dying, which just
Yeah.
makes me stable. When you turn stable from being death saving throw, you roll a d4, and that's how long you're out.
Oh, do you come up if I heal you though?
Mm-hmm.
No, he rolled an 11, so he missed. So Daniel, it's your turn.
So 1 attack action to reload, so I have 1 shot. Gonna try to come around to about here, which basically exhausts all my movement, so have fun with that. Gonna try to non-lethally make this guy get shot in the kidney. I don't know. How do you non-lethally shoot? Never mind.
You don't.
We went
You
over
don't.
this. You can't
Yeah.
non-lethally shoot people.
I
Unless you do
know.
a cold shot,
A
I
big
think
toe.
is what we said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
like
it.
kneecap them.
God damn it.
So roll to see if your weapon broke, and I think the music
So
stopped.
that's it. Yeah, he's fine. It's just a miss. So that's his turn. That's all. Yeah, he missed. He already he reloaded with one attack action. So
Pebble.
who is still up? Bless her.
I don't know if she's back yet. She's muted if she's back.
Whoops. Okay. She's going to scream Grix and recklessly attack even though she doesn't need to this guy. Because in her mind, she means she's going to kill him faster.
I mean, that's solid logic.
Well, it's not wrong. 22 points of damage.
He is finally dead.
And then 5, 10, run over there.
I mean,
Oh
you
god.
could have technically used your bonus action to teleport there.
That's true. That's true.
You could have if you wanted
Oh,
to.
wasn't it a
Yeah.
full action to
Bonus action, she's going
full
to
attack
teleport
action.
there.
scare the shit out of him?
Yeah, where did you come from?
All right, so that guy dead. All right, so this guy needs a wisdom save.
Yeah, against 21 points of damage.
You're rolling really well with that thing today, aren't you?
Yeah.
Fails.
Yeah. If you're gonna roll well with something, it might as well be the thing that hits a shit ton of people.
Swings at Verlin. He misses on the first one, hits with a 20 on the second one. You take 8 points of slashing damage.
Verlon is looking relatively blooded.
Relatively.
I am very close to being below 10% health.
Grix has half a face right now. Deal with it.
So you can take an attack of opportunity on him, though, because he's running out the door.
Oh boy.
Well, yeah, I think I will.
Holy
Um,
shit.
Matt, are you happy that you're reviving him?
Okay, can we get a hand for Rob? Holy shit.
Like, motherfucker, stay.
Wait a minute. So what was the base damage?
The base damage was
10,
18.
Yeah.
Alright, so he's probably dead.
So 17, yeah.
If it's double damage, it's 36. So hopefully.
I don't know, he might just have cut off an arm and he could still run.
Hopefully you cut off a leg then.
It's maximum damage.
Okay.
So that's
So it doesn't matter. He had 19 hit points, so he's dead.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Oh,
Yeah,
it's-
just from the +5
yeah,
from
it's
the
12
blood damage.
from the Crimson, 9 from the main, and another 6 from the...
Yep, so he's dead. Which is good, because he was running out the door for help, so...
we still have one guy to deal with, so are we taking hostages or not?
Yeah, take him as a hostage if we can.
Yeah. Don't worry about the 2 little gnomes who are gonna die. Be next to him.
We'll
yeah.
help you, but it's...
Yeah.
By the way, does anyone have any healing pots?
I
feel
don't
like
think
we have, like,
none of us
one or
do.
two.
I don't think any of us do. I think the only pot we've had is the one that Daniel gave Grace.
Alright, so he attacks Pebble, and you're down again.
Okay. He's down again.
Sure.
No need to even calculate. You're just down.
Yeah, because she had 4 hit points, and so... and also, you're going to fail a death save, because he's going to use his second attack to smash you when you're on the ground.
Okay.
Me?
No, Pebble.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, if he hit me, I wouldn't fail a death save. I'd be unconscious again, or actually dying. I guess it would be.
Basically, she just appeared behind him, scared the shit out of me. He just swung his like hammer, smashed her, and then she's like, "Gah!" and like smashed her on the ground. Like
It's like when you hit a spider off the wall and you
Yeah.
can't find it, so you just
you're
start
like
beating
start
shit out of
stamping on the ground, like ah. So it is Elwyn's turn. So far, like the big boy's all that's left. So
Elwyn will use her cunning action for dash. Move 40 feet to here. Attempt to jump down and stab with the rapier. For 19.
Okay.
Stand over Pebble.
It's a
alright.
dangerous place for when she wakes up again.
Yeah.
If she wakes up again.
Ooh.
Is that it?
Yeah, so that was action, bonuses, and movement.
Grix.
I am still unconscious, but after a round has passed, it's only going to be for another 7,196 or 94 seconds.
Shit.
Nice. Verlin.
The fact you calculated that's scary, but okay.
So for his action, he will just drop down and move to above Grix. And hopefully with advantage, he's going to give this guy a big old fuck you.
Nope.
There we go.
That's
You
all right.
either crit or you roll awful. Like
Oh,
there's
yeah.
really not a bit in between for you tonight.
It's I roll awful generally for myself, but crit for other people.
You've got a good 2 at least.
Yep, so that is my action and movement.
All right, Caden, it is your turn.
I'm gonna jump down into the pit. Do I need to make some sort of roll?
Nah, I'm letting you guys just have it. It's not worth the trouble.
I'm just gonna go there and then
Well, you're standing on Horne, so you can't really be there.
Yeah,
Look,
Horne
we're
is
just
actually
best
conscious.
friends.
Yes, Horne is actually standing up. He's not unconscious.
We're just best friends, you know. Actually, I'll kind of pin him in here and cast Toll the Dead. I can't cast this non-lethally, right?
No. There's pretty much
Um,
no spells that any attack, anything that would do damage as a spell can't be done non-lethally.
I mean, maybe
if it's
maybe
lethal.
force damage, but yeah.
Possibly. I mean,
I didn't grab a sword on my way over because anyway. Yeah, so I'll cast Toll the Dead on him. So with
and it doesn't matter. He had 2 hit points, so he is dead.
Yay!
okay, so I'm gonna cast Gentle Repose to keep his body from decaying.
Oh,
Right,
right there.
I can't grant him hit points and have him not dead.
If that's the case, I'm gonna put my sword out and run up to the doors and close them.
Okay.
Since we don't have time to I don't even think I have my healer's kit on me. I'm gonna cast I know we gotta get out of here quickly actually. I'll cast mass healing word to heal everyone but myself. The people that are down get 9 automatic.
I think you'd have to move a bit closer to me to receive that.
It's a 60-foot range.
Well, I'm also 15 foot up and 10 feet away. But yeah, so what was it? 2d4 plus wisdom?
I think just 1d4.
That's a 1d4.
Yeah, hold on. I clicked it. Let's see if it comes
Me and
up.
Pebble both get 9 since we were down and he's a grave.
Pebble immediately jumps out and doesn't rage, which I was really tempted to actually make her rage, but
So yeah, everyone else, including Horne, heals 7. And I'll turn to Pebble. Pebble, can you take that one on the ground there as a hostage? We might need him to get out.
yeah.
We can always hand him over to the authorities afterwards.
Okay,
There's-
I'm gonna kick him.
Literally no way she could pick that dude up. Verlin
kicks
might be
him.
able to.
Okay.
Daniel's gonna. Can Daniel try?
I didn't know she had high strength.
No, she doesn't.
She's dex based.
Horne, can you help her?
He's
She
not
kicks
very
it.
strong either.
If someone else wants to watch the door, I can go pick his ass up.
I think Verlin's probably the strongest person in the party.
Yeah, I'll go watch it.
She kicks him again.
All right.
He
He
kind
kind
of
of
sits up and he literally looks like he had an allergic reaction on one side of his face. It's just swollen and.
Grix, I thought you died, but then you didn't.
Yeah, I did. But yeah, not yet.
I
Pebble-
died like 4 times.
I say Pebble probably has like blood matted hair like stuck to her face.
I'm gonna stand up, and Horne is still
Chained up.
okay. I'll look to Pebble and I'll say, Pebble, here, help me with this, and I'm gonna aim for a spot on the chain and keep casting Ray of Frost on it to try to weaken it, so she could just kind of snap it with her
You
sword.
do realise Elwyn is a rogue.
Yeah, a very good rogue actually.
I completely forgot she was here, man. To be honest.
I mean, I can also try it. 17.
Yeah, that's enough. It's not a particularly
Okay.
strong or complicated chain. Manacles, I guess.
Grix, I teleported from over there to over there, and you didn't see it because you were almost dead.
Oh yeah, could she still do that now? She no, the effect probably faded when she stopped.
Yeah.
raging.
Stopped
Yep.
raging. Yeah, he kind of looks at you like, and you can't even tell he raises an eyebrow, and he just, yeah, sure, yes, well, I'm sure I'll see one time.
Yeah, and you also saw the light that just came out of me and then went over that way. And whoops, Daniel, I don't know how to aim that. It just happened.
Daniel shakes his head like, "Trust me, don't worry about it." Now I know you two are kind of picky about this, but he reaches down, just kind of scoops up the two gnomes, like, "We gotta
Oh
get
no,
out of here."
I fight it. I fight
Right.
it completely.
Like he's not gonna force you. It's like, "We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here right
Yeah,
now."
he fights it completely, and he will go walk over to the ladder and start trying to climb.
Pebble doesn't. Pebble is now being held.
Yeah, okay, Pebble. He's gonna swing Pebble around, so she's basically piggyback riding you.
Away!
And I'm gonna, like, after I get up, I'm gonna look back to Horn and just say, "Are you okay to move? Have you been hurt or anything?"
Not enough
It's-
to cause any permanent damage. I can move.
It's quite a walk ahead of us.
Well, at least we'll also have this one who you can revive and interrogate.
Well, everyone, do your best to be quiet again.
Well, I thought I'd think the hot pot's over, but
Well, we did see more out here before we came in the room, so maybe they went to sleep after they were done drinking.
Well, one tried to run and get the others, but I managed to halt that.
Well, let me peek outside really quick and see if any of them are still at the tables.
Before
I'll-
we move
Go ahead.
on, I want to try to bandage up their leader to make it look like he's just unconscious instead of dead and suspended animation.
So, the other thing to keep in mind is that if you're planning on leaving the same way that you came, there is no way you could take that guy with you.
Oh yeah, because of the
Can't carry him through the tiny hallway.
And again, this is probably the largest dwarf any of you have seen. You can, like, based on, you're not even entirely certain that he is a dwarf because he's not short like a dwarf, but he is like he's kind of stocky and built, and like, he has like the beard and everything. He looks like a dwarf, but he's probably about maybe 5'7".
that's a dwarf. Jesus.
Yeah. And that's what he's saying. He's not entirely certain that he is a dwarf, but the dude probably weighs over 200 pounds as well. Not that Verlin couldn't do that, but just by virtue of just trying to illustrate how big this man is.
Matt, quickly, when I go out and take a peek, are these guys, like, is there anyone still there? Are they awake? Are they sleeping at a table? Are they passed out drunk playing cards? What?
The guys that you saw at the tables before are. We'll do a perception check real quick.
Okay. 16.
The first thing you notice is that the doors down here are open, so you can assume that the guys that came in were the guys that you saw sleeping. In that room.
Okay. And the other ones are still playing and stuff?
Yeah, they don't seem to have noticed
Okay.
anything.
I hop right back in, and I look to Verlin and I say, drop him. They're still, others out there playing cards. We can't travel with him quietly.
Okay then.
Well, we should just leave him dead then, because he's seen us.
Yes, absolutely. Pebble,
Yeah.
Do you feel like glowing?
Like when I want to sense magic?
That one down there, especially that Verlin had, was strong. He might have had something useful on him.
Okay.
his body's been preserved. If you need to guarantee that he can't be revived, you're going to need to cut off.
Well, let's see what he has on him, then we'll cut off his head.
I'm sure Elowen would have no problem doing that. She has a vendetta against these guys anyway.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, I just figured we could use him to at least get to the gates and lock them behind us. But if you don't think it's necessary, then we can just leave him here.
I mean, you
But
could
at
cut
this
off his
point-
head and then you could question his head later.
I will absolutely not do that, but
No, I know,
somebody
but
else.
you could.
Yeah, Kellenborn
Yes.
would not be okay with that.
You could like weekend at Bernie's him, drag him along. Oh yeah, he had way too much to drink.
Okay, does Pebble glow from any magic?
The dude had a what would equivalent of a I guess a +1 warhammer.
Yeah,
So it is
that's
technically magical, but I don't think any of you could use it really.
Yeah.
Verlin could.
I mean, if Verlin could take it, I mean, it's probably worth more to you all as something to
Pun
sell.
bait, yeah.
Oh, yeah, but it's better than what I'm currently using at the moment, so I'll take a +1 Warhammer.
There you go.
Okay.
I
And
will
then-
also pick up a short sword.
Rix, do you want some magic back?
You can do that?
Yeah, I can give like 3 small spells, or like 1 middle spell and 1 small spell, or like 1 big spell.
Don't you take damage from that?
Nope.
Then he'll look and say, well, if you can, if you give me one of the bigger ones, I can use it to scout once we get to the end of the tunnel and make sure there's no one outside.
After that,
Okay.
Daniel's gonna swing Pebble around, so she's kind of facing him, like arms out. She needs to do anything.
So I get back a 3rd level spell slot.
Yep.
Okay.
And she
We-
reaches down from Daniel because she has to touch you.
Like basically, he leans forward so she can give him a big hug.
Touches him on the top of his head,
All right. And then just really quickly before I'm gonna look to Elwyn and say, see if they have anything useful on them, papers, gold, anything like that. And I'm gonna take a look outside again, and I'm just gonna let her pretty much go through their pockets while I'm gonna keep an eye out, make sure none of these guys start moving, all that kind of stuff.
I think it would behoove us to leave immediately. The
Agreed.
gunshots were probably pretty loud, and we don't know if anyone went for help.
Now look, guys, I'm sorry, but that was not getting good for us.
Let's forget that you fired the gun. The longer we spend here, the longer we're in danger. We've collected who we need to. Let's leave.
We got a nice weapon out of it. Yeah, I think anything that these guys have on them is not worth our.
Right,
then-
let's get going.
All right. And Grix will just turn around and nod to everyone and just put a finger up to his lips, like, be quiet, and I will try to start stealthing.
So we all need to stealth roll here, right?
Yep.
Does Pebble need to, since she's on Daniel?
Nope.
So basically, that wouldn't be an advantage, but you'd be working off Daniel's cell, basically.
Ooh, there we go.
So Verlon with the
Oh.
11 and Elwyn with the
Pebble.
14.
Pebble
Thank
being
God.
too wiggly.
Thank God Caden rolled that crit. He kind of canceled you out.
Yeah, she just kind of goes, "Getting up!" His knees him in the ribs.
And Horne rolled a 10.
Okay. All right, well, I guess
We're
it's
all
time to
just
see if we're
average.
quiet enough. And yeah, we're gonna try to go back this way.
And it's kind of got no legs in his ribs, but kind of go halfway prone just so he can kind of skirt along. Best as
All
possible.
right.
Can we get another
Uh,
torch?
Oh, where'd my torch go? What the hell? Hang on.
No, Grix will. If he sees anyone pulling out a torch, he is going to slap it out of their hands as quickly as they can to make sure no one lights a torch until we're far enough away that these people won't see it.
Into the water goes. Sploosh.
Okay, I still need to see something so I can move my token.
Yeah,
but
oh yeah, pull it out.
I
But
understand.
I'll say to hold on to the back of my cloak.
Yeah, and I'll whisper to Elwyn, "Can you lock these gates behind us, please?"
Sure.
She can try. You gotta do an Australian accent if you want to do it.
I mean, sure.
Righto.
I can. That was not
So
Australian.
That
Do
is
a
Australian.
What the hell was
100%.
that?
do a
Australian.
thieves tool check for her.
me and Rob have had this argument before. British people and Australians sound the exact same.
Yeah.
They don't.
Absolutely the exact same.
I mean, we've had this discussion that I think most Americans and Canadians sound the same.
Which for the
God,
most
no.
part, I think they do.
No,
Yeah, largely, kind of, but not quite.
a boot is not what I would say.
Tara's Canadian. She doesn't say that.
Yeah, but I mean, I still think the vast majority do, because I like people I've heard, like athletes and that kind of stuff. A lot of them do say that.
I also feel like that's more like fucking Minnesota.
True.
Oh, you bastard!
Yeah, but that's also like me saying all Americans go, nah, I believe I can do anything I want to do.
Yeah, that's a southern accent. Which,
Yeah, that's a Georgia accent, but I got a Minnesota accent, so I think I pull that off.
So yeah, she's able to sort of do what she can as far as the lock is concerned.
And this is the way we came in, right? Like Rix remembers.
All right, he's gonna set Pebble down because this is where things get really narrow.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not gonna make you guys move your tokens all the way.
Okay.
So you've gotten this far, and so we'll get you back into the narrow passageway to get out. So,
Now here's the problem. Now we're in full garb, halfway full garb, and now we gotta get out of the fucking mansion.
No, we're not in the mansion. We came out. Remember, we left the mansion and went around back into the alleyway.
Oh,
yes,
did
so
we-
you
did we
go
go
We
in-
walk
walked down into like
Oh,
a
okay.
cellar
Yeah.
type entrance.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's why I said if Pebble could give me it back when we get to the end of this tunnel, I could scout ahead with clairvoyance to make sure there's no one in our exit.
Okay.
So yeah, Matt. So I then if you want, if we're like kind of fast traveling to there, that's what I'm going to do when we get to the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. And then, but first, what I'll do is I said that I would show you guys this. So I'm gonna.
Oh God, this is going to be huge, isn't it?
It's actually much larger than what you guys originally saw. So I don't know if you can see. Can you see it now?
You got to get rid of all the lighting. There's like still the walls and stuff.
Turn it off for the whole map. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me.
Didn't you say you might reuse this?
Yeah, I got other ones.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Shit on a shingle.
So there's all kinds of stuff. There was like other people that you could have met down there. There's all kinds of there's like treasure rooms and stuff, and
Yeah.
It looks like a lot more dwarves and then a few more even angrier ones.
Yeah, I mean, it reminds me of I was reading some posts on Reddit, and some guy said that he always puts like a potion of wishing somewhere in every dungeon. The players just need to find it.
nice. But
That's
yeah,
what-
so there was obviously a lot of stuff that you guys could have done had you continued on your way to fighting the dudes at the tables.
Well,
Right.
There's no way we would have survived that though.
yeah. So
I mean, if
basically,
we were able to like find somewhere where we could safely sleep and then continue, maybe. But
yeah, good luck with that.
You probably could have gone up to the north if you could have gotten into the room up here, which is basically like abandoned up here. You might have been able to hide out there.
Yeah, but it's like after killing some of them, so they're gonna be looking all over the place, right?
Yeah. So assuming none of them can revive the dead, which if there's a loss on that guy, good luck with that. We still did one hell of a blow to the Firebrands. So that's something.
Yep, absolutely. The guy down at the very bottom there, though, that's the leader of the Firebrands. You could have taken them out. And
Just wipe them out entirely.
Hey guys, I have a feeling that there's someone important here. Maybe we should go
Yeah,
back.
maybe we should turn around. I have this weird feeling. But yeah, I mean, for not saying that you're entirely done with the Firebrands, but you probably won't be coming back down here.
Yeah, that's still a hell of a blow. That's a nut kick right there.
so yeah, Matt, when we get to the end of the tunnel, I'll kind of look back at everyone and tell them, I just need 10 minutes, and I'll sit down and I will cast clairvoyance. Like we entered into a cellar, and then there was an extra entrance or another entrance in there, right?
Didn't a wine barrel like open up and
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't want to look out into the wine cellar. I want to look out into the actual alleyway to see if there's anyone out there. So I will use my 3rd level spell that I got back.
Oh, you guys can also, in this time, use your hit die to rest up, just in case.
It's only a
Uh,
10-second or a 10-minute cast, not an hour.
Well, I mean, it's still a short. No,
Oh, it's a
Short rest is an hour.
never mind then.
going to close the swashbuckler. Oh, Rob.
It hurts my soul.
Look, you can always switch characters.
Or
You
multi-class,
can
I
play
suppose.
Elwyn for us.
No, I like
Or-
Verlan, but I hate giving up swashbucklers.
Well, I'm gonna make it even more painful. I'm actually gonna remove your ability to even see it.
Yeah, I've closed the sheet and that's why I was letting you know just to get rid of it.
It's like-
I'm actually not gonna delete the character sheet though. I might keep it as an NPC.
Yeah, what's it called? It's like giving a drug addict their
Enabling.
drug and then telling them, yeah, and then like only use a little bit, don't use all of it.
All right, so yeah, you don't really notice anything. It's pretty late at this point, so I mean you're all pretty sure that it's probably the party's probably over, or at the very least winding down at this point, because you guys are still on the property of the Red Castle. So
Okay.
as you come up,
As we're leaving, like once we get into like where the wine cellar was and waiting to go out, I just kind of look everyone over. We all look like shit, right? Well,
Yes.
actually, probably aside from Caden.
Yeah, Caden looks pristine. We all look like shit.
Yeah. I'll do my best, cleaning up everyone. Probably spending a little extra time on Pebble because she died 4 times.
She
and
went
just
unconscious 4 times.
You got the shit kicked out 4 times.
and just kind of like make it to look like maybe we're like not coming out of a fight, but maybe we're just like peasants or something who would just like. I'd rather not look like we were fighting. I'd rather it just look like we're poor.
Nah, let me look like I'm fighting. I'd be all super bloody and
Pebble,
tough looking.
the both of you look pretty swollen. He kind of points at their faces a little bit.
Yeah, Grix's face, like half of his face is like he can't see out of his right eye and stuff. He's kind of just, we don't want to draw more attention. We need to make sure we get back with him, and he nods towards Horns safely.
Oh, that reminds me. Do you two have your masks on? That might actually help cover, that.
Mine won't fit anymore.
Oh, you can use mine. He pulls out the wolf mask he still has. Yeah.
He shakes his head like it hurts with any points.
He gives it this face like, sorry. Let's just go home.
Oh,
So
after we deliver the constable here.
well, I mean, like he's once you get out, I mean, he's capable of getting. Like he got. They like I said, they were sort of just playing with him, so like he doesn't have any like internal bleeding or anything. Like he's all right. He'll be sore the next day, but he knows where. I mean, he can get back to.
Well, were we told were we supposed to bring him anywhere or just help him get out and then
Yeah,
we're done?
You're supposed to just get him out.
The word
So so he can report back to the
the
to the
Lord.
watch,
Yeah.
and then the obviously the Summers will hear about it, and then you guys he'll probably I would say that with some of your experience, you would know that like you won't have to necessarily report to Summers. Like Summers will probably summon you all again.
Then I'll just make sure we tell him where we're going to be, like at the guild hall, and to send word or whatever.
Yeah, you can just tell him that, and he'll, obviously he's going to thank all of you. He looks a little bit sheepish, like he kind of. It's almost like you get, everybody just for fun, just do an insight check on him.
Can I just assist Grix?
Oh, don't assist me. I'm awful at insight.
I'm not great either. Let's see. Oh shit! Well, 8 my
There
own
you
word.
go. Yeah, everybody but Grix actually, who's just too distracted by his bruised face. You kind of get the impression he's not necessarily a very good actor, and given the interactions that you had with him previously, where he was trying to sort of talk big and everything, he's kind of sheepishly. You can see that he's a little embarrassed that the way that he had talked before, and then you guys came and saved him. And he's very appreciative and sort of apologetic, but you can tell that he's kind of keeping his eyes down a little bit, where he got a little bit of feeling a little ashamed, feeling a little bad that he kind of let
Yeah,
himself
caught.
get into this
Does
position.
he happen to resemble Summers?
No.
Like, okay. I was just
They
wondering
are
if they were
no.
related.
Like a bastard child or something.
Not well, just like maybe his nephew or some shit.
No, they're best you can tell. Horne is younger than Summers, but not by a whole lot. And then also Summers is a black guy, and Horne is not.
I forgot.
So there's that
Summers.
part.
Very that's very commonly a good way to tell.
It could be
Yeah.
his adopted brother.
I mean, it could. I mean, like that's not saying that they couldn't be related, but they aren't. Based on, I mean,
Yeah.
they don't really look that similar. But
I got you.
Just say I'll stand next to Horn for a moment. Just remember that pride will get you killed, just like it nearly did this time. Don't feel like you can't ask for help from your subordinates or from outside.
he sort of nods and thanks everybody again, and sort of quickly heads back.
Wait, before he takes off, I just kind of want to tell him we almost lost good people saving you. If you could talk to Mr. Summers or Lord Summers and request some additional payment to ensure that we can continue doing this type of work, that would be appreciated.
Well, something that I didn't state, so I will have you guys maybe not be. He didn't go by himself. He had men that went with him, and they all died. So he did lose his men. Additionally, if you do want to ask him that, he would basically tell you to fuck off and say it and tell him to deal with it yourself. Because he would be aware of what Summers is. That Summers wouldn't have offered you nothing. So if you want more, you're gonna have to do it yourself.
Okay. I mean, I would still bring it up because I mean, I wasn't aware of his team that died, I guess.
Yeah. Well, he would make mention of that fact that you may have almost lost people, but he did lose people, and he says, and I have no one to blame for that but myself. But if you want to try and take advantage of somebody for saying that you might have lost somebody, then you can take that up yourself.
Okay, and then just before he leaves, I'll just kind of put my hand on his shoulder and say, you might have lost men, but you are still here. You can still take the lessons you've learned and make their deaths mean something. And then I'll just kind of let him go on his way.
I would love to see Pebble, yeah, trying to smoke a cigarette.
Yes, Pebble, don't lick those devil sticks.
They're
Never
gross
mind.
anyway. I'm not doing that again.
They're my devil sticks, thank you. But yeah, they got
like-
to not. Who gives a damn?
So she smokes a cigarette and then rolls a 14. Your body becomes wreathed in flames.
Like bad hairspray. Just,
Well, should
Okay,
we
I
return to
don't-
the guild hall?
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I can use a good rest.
oh hell! I'll sleep in the damn stable if we just get out of this mess.
So just do one more stealth check to get, just to sort of get off the property, just for fun. It's going to be a pretty low. And I'll.
Shit.
I'll
Come on,
roll.
guys.
And
We
then,
Jesus.
when we get back to the guild hall, I will offer to patch up anyone that needs it.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're getting caught. So
Shh.
Let me. I'm
Some
gonna
of
roll
you
for-
are.
I'm gonna roll just real quick for Element as well.
Just to say, I'm putting my mask on and I'm walking away from you all.
yeah, why not? Daniel's just kind of look at it. He's lean back, cigarette still in his mouth. Goes, ah, hell, why not? Not young. Just puts his own mask on, even with the bad stealth roll.
So, you guys do make your way back. Actually, hold on one second. Let me double check something. Okay. So just because I don't want to go into some big long spiel about it. So you guys notice that as you make your way back to the guild hall, you guys are kind of tired and dragging your way back there. As you get to the door, you notice that Elowin's not with you. With her 21 stealth, she slipped away, never to be seen again.
Oh,
Wow.
Just because
Hey,
I
she
don't.
didn't get paid. We get her money.
Well, there you go. So like, I just don't want to try and like do any sort of like role play aspect of it because like I don't know the character and it's just better to sort of like
Yeah,
gloss
she
as much
might
over that
pop
as
up
we can.
later.
Well, that's it too. I mean, like if she like decides that she like she like DMs me or something, says, hey, like I'd like to come back or whatever, I'm totally open. I mean, I have no hard feelings or anything like that. I don't want to like just have somebody who's just
Yeah.
not interested hanging around. So
well, I'm gonna sound like an asshole, but she's been late to several games and not
well,
really
yeah, I
said
mean, like
anything.
there's
So
just stuff. I mean, and I think of like she's it was probably not a good fit to begin with, given the fact that she's on the other side of the world. So
I mean, so's Rob, but
no, she's literally on the
Yeah,
other side of the world.
hers is absolute opposite.
She's
I
in
mean, like,
Australia, so she
it's
was
pump-
starting at
Yeah.
like 8
Yeah,
a.m.
like it was early in the morning for her, so which is why we had moved it to 7. Which, speaking of, we will since everybody wants to. We'll go back to 6
okay.
p.m. Eastern, so it's an hour earlier for Rob, which would be nice.
Works for us.
Yeah.
And I mean the shit kind of sucks. I'm sure the coronavirus stuff didn't help.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I have no hard feelings.
Yeah.
She's more than welcome to come back, but for the time being, just for the sake of ease, we'll have the character just sort of like not be around and then not make a big deal
Disappear.
about it. Because I mean, you guys didn't really know her that well anyway. That character was only around like for 2 sessions, really. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
She came in like halfway through one and then was here for one. Yeah.
yeah. So
The planning part.
Yeah,
That's
maybe. What's it
so
called?
I mean, like, so for all intents and purposes, I mean, it's basically she came to do a job, and she was. So I'll kind of give you guys a quick background because again, I'm not assuming that she's going to come back, but basically, as a swashbuckler, she and her brother were like privateers / pirates, and the Firebrands, because they're not from Agamar, like that's not their true home base. They had some dealings with them out on the seas from shipping from Langersfjall, where they actually are, like their true headquarters is. So there were some naval conflicts between them, and the Firebrands ended up sinking her ship. So she had a bone to pick with them anyway. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
so as you get back, for where we are, so essentially we're in the 7th month of the year, and it is the 20th of that month. And so for all intents and purposes, it's the 20th of July. And the 22nd of July is when Pebbles circus starts. So you have a day, and then if you choose to follow up with the circus, you've got essentially you basically have a Sunday, and then the 22nd would be the day that starts, and it is out. It's probably half a day journey to the outskirt of. So it's a small town on the outskirts of Ravensguard. What I'll do is I started it and haven't had time to finish it, but I'll put together this sort of like. I probably won't be able to finish the entire thing, but I'll give you at least part of the sort of like local map of the city-state so that you can kind of get an idea about where this place is compared to Ravensguard itself. It's a small town, which I named, but I don't have the notes in front of me right now. So
Okay, so we have a day of downtime.
correct. Trying to think if there was anything that any of the rest of the guild would have had to tell you, Quinn and Nix, and I don't think that there's anything that they would have been able to, or had any information or new stuff to tell you about. So, and you likely would not receive. You can expect a summons, but you wouldn't expect it like immediately.
Yeah, do we get just one question? Do we get a long rest after this?
Yeah, you get a whole day,
Yay! Ow.
so everybody can
Grix.
click the long rest button on your character sheet.
He'll wherever. I guess when we're back at the guild hall, he'll look at Jay. Yes.
Do you happen to know any shops in town where I can maybe offload this warhammer?
There's I'm assuming there might be like at least one shop that does magic items, and if not, maybe like Grix would know a good blacksmith that might take it.
Yeah, I mean, there's both.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, he'll look and say, "Well, I could bring you to a shop that deals in items with magical attributes, or perhaps one of the blacksmiths, but we'll have to go in the morning."
Very well. Let me know what time you are available, and we'll set off then.
He just gives him a nod.
Dana's gonna lean back in the seat and go kind of stare at Grix for a moment. You know, I ain't gonna ask you for an explanation. Can't really force you, I suppose. But you want to tell me about Justo?
He kind of looks around. Is everyone still awake? Like, or is it who's like there with everyone?
Oh,
Pebble is sleeping.
yeah, Daniel B's coming awake, just still kind of smoking, but not quite asleep yet.
Well, I'm assuming Verlin is still there at least too. So he'll
Yeah.
just look and he'll say, "It's my father. He does not approve of me not sticking with the tinkering trade. So we don't have much of a relationship."
Oh, well, what exactly? Does he just not like magic? I mean, I can't say I understand the whole thing.
It's nothing to do with the magic. It has to do with I didn't do what he wanted me to do with my life.
Rex, man, he's gonna kind of lean forward and at least put a cigarette forward for him if he wants one, but if not,
He just wrinkles his nose and says no.
fair enough. Because, well, life will take you to all kinds of strange places. I wasn't even a tinker before I came to Riven God, so shrug.
He goes. He nods. He goes, "Well, I'm hoping for mine to take me elsewhere."
I guess where are you trying to go, if you don't mind my asking?
I've never been outside of the city, so anywhere.
He kind of raises an eyebrow. Goes, that is a little bit vague. I must admit, though, Grixie. But I mean, we all gotta have goals in life.
No, to be more specific, any and everywhere. I just want to see places.
Well, if I can offer you some free bit of advice, stay away from the south. That place is not getting any easier.
I've read about it. It sounds interesting.
Why? What's wrong with the south?
He kind of glances at Verlin and kind of squints at him. It ain't. Oh yeah, you're from the south, ain't you, Verlin?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Let's just say there's a reason I'm saying that, but maybe I should say southeast, not just south. Huh?
Yes, the
And
generalizations are not very helpful.
Yeah, well, I'd be surprised if you know where I'm from. Well, whatever. He kind of puts out the cigarette in the ashtray.
and Grix probably would have an interest in Aracanius, like the capital Ephelion, because
Isn't that like Magic Central?
well, it's where the elves reside. So the elves are the most magical of any of the. They're the oldest, obviously, so they have a lot of knowledge that the other races don't have. Where Grix would have no interest in going is north to the dwarves, because the dwarves have no interest in magic at all.
I mean, he'd still want to go to see it, but he would have no interest in
Yeah.
like
Like
actually,
studying anything.
yeah.
Well, maybe one day I can take you down there, see if something does catch your interest.
And kind of looks up and nods and says, "Yes, but first, I think I need to pass out. Just still don't feel good." And he kind of gets up and walks over to his little corner table and just lays on the chair.
He kind of waves a hand and like, imagine the. Oh, we wouldn't have ice or anything, would we? I was kind of thinking like a stake to the eye.
I mean, you could probably magically make some.
Yeah, probably.
I could literally freeze anything. I have Ray of Frost.
Yeah.
But I'm not. No, he could care less. Pass the fuck out. He goes and he pulls out the chair and he just lays on the chair cushion.
All right.
But yeah, if you look at the south of the map there, so like Detwin and the Blood Marshes and Steepvale, those are places that you probably wouldn't want to visit at the moment. But I mean, Arcania in and of itself is extremely dangerous. It is where the majority of the monsters live. So like traveling all around Rivengard, you're not going to like run into like, displacer beasts or anything. Like there's no, there's nothing like super, super dangerous. Where in Arcania, where, someone is trained to be a monster hunter, like Verlon, I mean, like that place is extremely dangerous. The most dangerous place close to Rivengard currently would be the Regal Grove, because there are fey creatures there.
And isn't that where Pebble's from?
She's not from the Regal Grove.
No, I thought she was.
Nope, she's from like hereabouts. I'm pinging right now.
So
Okay,
closer to the Vasker Monolith. Vasker Monolith, by the way, was a
That's also around where I was from.
well, because Belgraz is up here. Yeah,
Yeah.
if I can shift click, Belgraz is up there. So it's the because you're from the Jolan Dominion, and she's not from the Jolan Dominion. She's from the
I think so,
tribal lands.
the wildlands, the tribal lands.
Yeah, so if you go to the lore tab, I think the very first post at the very top shows like the different like sort of like boundary lines of everything. But yeah, so but the Regal Grove is not even considered as I mean people go there to hunt, but fey creatures themselves most of the time are not anywhere near as dangerous as what you would find in Arcania, because
Where is Arcania?
So it's the very south. I mean, it's old
south.
Arcania. Yeah, because Arcania, like on the
Yeah, if you look on the map, it's like kind of like from here up this way.
yeah, basically just the very southern.
Oh, on the other map.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so if you go, look at that on the lower tab, the very first post.
Yeah.
So technically, it's Arcania, but in Arcania, they still call it Arcania, and the rest of the continent people call it Old Arcania, because for all intents and purposes, the kingdom, the domain of Arcania is in chaos, and it's not really a country like that's represented by a single like leader or anything like that. So for everybody else, they sort of view it as just kind of like an old kingdom that doesn't really exist anymore. Whereas like the people that live in Athelion still think of it as a place. So they get annoyed when they hear people call it Old Arcania. And then to the south of Athelion is Firestal, where Mike's dead character's from.
Mm-hmm.
From the other campaign. And you can see at the very top left is Langer's Fial. You can see it. It's this little body up here on the map. I don't know why the shift click isn't working, but that's where the Firebrands are actually from.
I think the only place we've really heard a decent amount about, besides from where we are right now, is Anver, or Mount Anver.
Yep.
Because of this
Avarakan,
freaking
yeah.
dragon.
Yep. Named after the Black Dragon, supposedly. and the mountains of the dragon's teeth.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's obviously so when you look at that other map that's on in the Discord, I mean, you can see how small in relation to everything else Rivengard actually is. But just to reiterate some of the stuff that you learned, so Tredivoria, which is headquartered in Rayla, supposedly the rumors that you'd heard is that the king is sick and that his son is trying to oust him, basically. And that there are giants in the Golden Highlands, which are right below you guys.
Yeah, we can say the fuck away from that.
Oh.
But for
You're
the
a giant to Grix.
and I'll say too that for our world, giants aren't known to be like particularly like malevolent. They're not evil. Like they're not like they tend to keep to themselves. So really, even seeing them it's more disconcerting to see them than it is like they don't come down from the mountains and like kill people or anything like that. I mean, for the most part, again, they keep to themselves and they're scary when you see them, but they're not known to like come down and murder people or anything. So
Yeah, so the rumors that I have here are faceless men scaring children, random lights out at sea, giants moving in the lower foothills of the the Golden Highlands. Forest paths of the regal groves have grown very dangerous, and the king of Tredivoria is ill and his son is making claims.
there you go. Also, it wasn't a rumor, but Pebble retroactively heard them bad mouthing their circus. And so out to sea, the stuff out to sea. So like that's the other thing. So like if you were to be able to zoom in to Rivengard, which is what I've done with the map that you can't see because I don't even have it loaded to Roll20. So there's sort of like there's like an inlet you can obviously see there to Rivengard, and then there's like a lighthouse. So like the lights that people are seeing are like not very far out to sea because they can see them from Rivengard basically. So it's not like it's way out here or anything. So like people can see them from land.
Nice. I'm sure that can't be anything scary.
No, probably not.
So I mean, I don't know if we want to go through some of this now, but I'd probably try to investigate some of these rumors during the day of downtime.
Yeah, we can do some of that stuff real quick. So Verlin, if you want to sell that Warhammer, you can get 300 gold for it.
Okay.
And also to reiterate,
Wait, when you say Warhammer, is it like the two-handed Warhammer?
yeah.
Okay, never mind then.
I think the other one's a maul, the one that you can use one or two.
And just to reiterate, Summers offered each of 100 gold each, plus a favor, basically, or his gratitude, rather. So you wouldn't get Elowin's money because
Oh, yes, true.
it was individual, not a lump sum.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure her character would have probably picked up on that before she left.
True. So don't add that to your character sheet because you haven't gotten it yet because you haven't met with him. But just as a. So as far as the rumors are concerned, you hear a few more things about the faceless men, but you kind of get that it seems like it's just a story. You don't get any information that makes you think that it's there's any sort of like actual validity to it. It sounds more like a just kind of like a scary story, like Slender Man, basically, kind of.
Well, I guess in particular, I'd be more interested about the danger that's happening in the Regal Groves, particularly trying to find out if it's anything undead related.
Yeah, like it is not undead related. What is dangerous is that it does appear that there are more than normal amounts of fey creatures, and more I would say, I guess, more powerful Fey creatures, if that makes sense. So like normally like you would see like pixies and red caps, and red caps can be dangerous for sure, but smaller Fey creatures, I guess, you know. So you're people are starting to see larger and more powerful. Like for example, there have been a number of satyrs seen, and satyrs are usually not seen. They try to not be seen. In fact, so the fact that they have been noticed means that there's probably a lot more of them than would normally be in, I guess, for all intents and purposes, on the prime material plane. So I would say that you would, if you guys didn't, if you did, you probably, knowing where you're from, you would probably be aware that there's no pinpointed specific location, but it's, for all intents and purposes, people just assume that there is a way to get to the Feywild from the Regal Grove, given the volume of Fey creatures that live there. It's
Okay.
it's basically everybody, and this isn't just like, this is like scholars and stuff just assume. Nobody knows exactly where it is, but it is essentially taken as fact that somewhere within the Regal Grove there is a portal, so to speak, to the Feywild. And I mean, just looking at the map, I mean, the Regal Grove is a huge ass forest.
Yeah. It's the size of like 20 Riven Guards.
Yeah, so it's very large. So that's part of the reason is that people haven't pinpointed it. One, because that obviously wouldn't be a big sign somewhere that says, "Hey, look, come to the Feywild."
Yeah,
It
and
would be
then
it
can't
would
those
be,
things move and are
yeah. I
masked?
mean, it would be magically, you know, hidden, and then also there may even be like false trails, because the Fey creatures are like that. They like to play tricks. They like to be mischievous, and that's again why they're generally considered to be less dangerous than like your monsters are concerned. Is that they're usually, they like to play tricks and they like to do stuff like that versus murdering people. Now again, the higher up you go in the food chain, the more dangerous Fey creatures tend to become. So there's like, in the Feywild, there's like, you know, I don't know how familiar you guys are with this, like any other games that you've played or dealt with the Feywild, but there's like the Seelie and the Unseelie court. And there's like this sort of like a hierarchy and sort of like a kingdom in and of itself amongst the Fey. It's super interesting stuff, and if you guys go there, we might end up getting into it. But yeah, normally the creatures that are seen in the Regal Grove are relatively harmless, but it's becoming much more dangerous as more powerful Fey has started to appear.
Okay. And then if there was time, I would also try to figure out about the king that's sick, and you know, if there's any indication of what he has or things along those lines.
He's not a young man by any stretch. He his wife passed away, so there is no queen of Tredevoria. But there isn't anything that they're all pretty quiet about it. So it's more just, I don't want to say baseless rumors, but there's very little definitive information that you can get in regard to what may be the cause or.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, the Durela family has been the royal family of Tredevoria for hundreds of years, so it's not anything like, most people aren't worried, I suppose, because I mean he has a son, so it's just for most people that you that have any sort of inkling about it. I mean, it's just kind of like business as usual. So he'll die, and then his son will take over, and everything will basically stay the same. That's kind of what everybody is assuming at this point. Like nobody's like particularly worried about, like, you know, the son murdering his father and causing all kinds of havoc or anything.
Okay, but I mean, it's not like I guess what I was getting at was if he came down with some affliction, you know, like he was a hale and hearty man, and then he came down with an affliction, and now he's on his deathbed, kind of.
No, there's nothing like you don't get too much of that. He wasn't known to be particularly ill, and he's not like he's probably in his 70s at this point. So he wouldn't be considered
Okay.
an old man.
But old enough to like die from health
Yeah, that
complications.
it wouldn't be like, oh no, he's like you said, like he's like spry and young and everything like that. I would say that he has some of the rumors is that that he's been somewhat of a recluse for the past, maybe 10 years or so. So he's hasn't made too many public appearances.
Okay.
He was actually the one that within Tredivoria, he's not the most popular of the kings. Part of the reason is that Tredivoria had control of Rivengard when Ozilmorin rose up and basically freed it from control. And so the people of Tredivoria sort of looked at that as a failure of the king to sort of allow that to happen, basically to cede land. And as you can see, the Tredivoria is by far the largest. And so that's sort of the thing. And then a lot of the southern parts of Tredivoria used to be part of Araucania, and the people that in Araucania don't really have a way to stop Tredivoria from sort of like continuing to sort of like slowly, unofficially absorbing some of that land. So he's not the most popular king that they've ever had. Just a lot to do with that he is sort of viewed as that he was pushed around by some upstart in Rivengard.
So then, I guess, how likely would it be for his son, who's trying to lay claims to the throne, to try to reclaim Rivengard as a way to kind of upsell his father?
I would say that the chances of it would be certainly a whole lot greater than the current king, whose name is
Okay.
Siegfried, by the way. So Siegfried Durela is the current king, and he would have there's basically no way that he would do anything to try and reclaim Rivengard. But if there's a 0% chance he would do it, there's certainly more than a 1% chance that his son would try and change that. And I would say
Okay.
that you're able to. Some people are willing to make that claim as well. There's people in Rivengard that might be a little bit concerned about that.
Okay. I mean, that's all I had on my mind for now.
Anybody else want to do anything?
Nope.
So definitely
Pebble
smelling
will,
important noise, but
Pebble will just sleep and then just tell everybody about the circus over and over and over again.
Daniel will go to work before his dwarven. Just basically spend the whole day tinkering at the door at his shop, more or less.
Grix will spend most of his time humoring Pebble and pretending to be extremely excited about the circus.
Yay! Pebble will be excited with Grix, not realizing that he's just pretending.
Well, I mean, we're leaving the city, right? Like for the circus.
I think it's on the outskirts, right?
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, so he is genuinely excited for it, just to get out, though, not really about the circus as much.
So just for the in case you were it's not important at the moment, but it's the circus is called Tormund's Carnival of Oddities and Delights.
Okay.
Here, I'll just put that.
And now they come around. Is it like a yearly thing, or is it like a while thing, or?
It's not it's not a set time.
Okay.
They just sort of travel all over the place, but they do. But they've been to the. I would say, Caden's probably heard of them too, because they do tend to go around to sort of like the
big cities.
the
and
big
all that.
cities, but they don't actually usually go to the big cities because most of the time they're not welcome in the big cities. But they sort of like get close to the big cities so people that are interested can sort of come out and visit. But they also visit the tribal lands as well. So honestly, all of you might have heard of them. Verlin would be probably the least likely to have heard of them because they wouldn't really go into Arikania very much. But yeah, they would have been around Belgraz, and certainly they would have spent some time in the tribal lands as well. And the tribal lands tend to be where they spend most of the time. And I would say that a lot of the people who work in the circus are probably originally from the tribal lands. You know, people without social security numbers and things like that.
All right.
So there would be a lot of spectacles and things that would be of interest to like Pebble in particular, because like some of like the feats of strength and all of those sort of things, and people who were, I guess, used to living in a quote unquote civilized place like Rivengard with its sort of its elevators and its technology and stuff like that would see this as being somewhat quaint, right? Like it's not all that exciting. I think the thing that people would find that most people would probably enjoy is that like they do a lot of like fireworks shows and stuff too, which just is cool for everybody, regardless of who you are. Fireworks are cool.
True.
So yeah, that's the and she could even ride Carrot, and Carrot would be welcome to hang out at the circus as well. So
I
Oh
would be able
yes,
to bring
Pebble
my.
knows that she would bring carrots.
I would be able to bring my too, so that way I don't gotta walk.
yes, so but Tormund, that is actually like sort of like the ringleader, I guess, like the head of the. So if you're thinking like Barnum and Bailey, like it's Barnum is who this guy is. So I would say though that they usually are in this general area during the summer months, and it's probably been the past 5 or 6 years that they've been here. So that's why everybody in Rivengard like knew, and they were talking about them because they do come around fairly often.
All right.
So I guess that's where we'll start the next session, is having you guys head out of Rivengard towards the Carnival of Oddities and Delights.
Woohoo! Circus time.